And welcome to another edition of NDB Media's Sports Talk with the Guys, home of the Monday morning quarterbacks on Saturday. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, hide your kitties, hide your little pussycats, because we are prowling the digital airwaves of the galactic universe. Yes, this is Sports Talk with the Guys. It is the Saturday morning extravaganza. Yes, folks, when I have my voice, I have my voice. Good morning, one and all. Hide your little kitties. It is February 10th, 2024. It is a day before the big game. So, how apropos you have the big show, the Saturday morning extravaganza here on Sports Talk with the Guys. Good morning, one and all. You have to deal with me. It's your fault. You should know better. I am the scorekeeper. And early this morning, because she has been busy. Good morning, NorCal Girl. I'm not the one that's been busy. That was accidental. But thank you for the implication, NorCal Girl.
Yeah, well, you shouldn't have said it. Good morning to you.
That's how damn naive I am. I didn't know what that meant or whatever. But we're not going to get any further into it. I want to give a shout out to Gridiron Girl and to Anime Girl. Thank you for joining us. And for everyone else watching us, folks, this is, as I mentioned, and for the third time now in less than 2 minutes or 3 minutes, Sports Talk with the Guys, home of the Monday morning quarterbacks on Saturday. Welcome, one and all. There are our links. Don't forget to join us. And I have to look at my program feed because I am designing program, a program for the program. Isn't that disgusting? Because we don't do shows here on Sports Talk with Guys. We do programs. So whatever the hell that means, you know what? Knock yourselves out. But it is what it is, and we do want to welcome you. It is a glorious morning, and we're just excited to be here. Let me see. I will arrive later today, says Aisha. So thank you. So she also says, "Hi, NorCal Girl."
Hi, Aisha.
Well, excellent. Good morning, and as I said, folks, thank you for joining us. Don't forget, it's 41 degrees here out here in hell. It's getting to a high of 60, overnight low of 42. So it's actually going to be warmer tomorrow morning on the overnight low. So that's crazy. It feels like 39 degrees. It does, but there's very little wind. And I do check the wind indicator, and it says it's traveling with a slightly easterly directional. It's heading south at 3 miles per hour, but I jump ahead. It's 86% humidity, and yeah, I guess I could see that, or I could feel that. Pressure is 30.01 inches. Visibility is 10 miles, even though sunrise is at 6:40 a.m., which will be in approximately 55 minutes. I mentioned the wind direction. The dew point is at 37 degrees. UV index is 0 of 10. And we are in a waxing crescent. Taking a look at today's events. Back in history, folks. Back in 1920, baseball outlaws all pitches involving tampering with the ball, spitball, shine ball, lots of things. And, that was about the time of what was it? The movie The Black Sox. Really good movie, but kind of cool. In 1926, the building of the Olympic Stadium in Amsterdam begins. Back in 1953, at the Albright World Champion at the Ladies Figure Skating Championship in Davos was won by Tenley Albright of the USA. Also in 1961, the AFL's LA Chargers moved to San Diego. So Gridiron Girls' future team moved to San Diego. Hey, there you go, Gridiron Girl, just for you. Back in 1973, Pakistan cricketer Mustaq Mohammed scores 201 runs in a match against New Zealand. One day they will have someone in the record bird that scores more runs than I. So, hey, it is what it is. Back in 1979, Alan Border is named the 12th man for Australia. Only Test cricket he misses. Oh, they choose you and you miss. Whatever, homie Claus. And finally, back in 1991, at the 41st NBA All Star game at Charlotte Coliseum, Charlotte, um, the East beats the West. This is a basketball game, 116 and 114. And Charles Barkley of the 76ers, I believe, might have been the MVP. I don't know. And one final one. In 1992, Mike Tyson was convicted of raping Desiree Washington. Not in D.C., not in New Orleans, but in D.C. Indiana.
Okay. I have one more to add for you for your history or
History,
whatever.
please.
We have a local boy. We have a local boy's birthday. Is the only reason why I mention it because Modesto I still consider local. It's Mark Spitz's 74th birthday today. He won 7
Indeed.
Olympic golds in 72.
Wow. Not too bad, I suppose. Good morning. That is that's the guy right there who's wearing a t-shirt. Something about
I hope he's wearing something.
like grandpa. Look, that's an image of the big dog.
Yeah,
No,
it is. That's cool. It's not?
it's
Oh
like
my god,
grandpa,
that's his
like
abs.
grandson. Let's see.
Oh, like grandpa, like grandson. Okay.
Did you notice that how he moved
Well,
the t-shirt that he's trying to show that he's got an ass sticking out?
There we go.
yeah,
Nice t-shirt, big dog. Thank you, thank you,
Thank you.
thank you.
it's cute.
Folks,
Thank
please
you.
don't forget the links will be shown shortly. You can find everything happening in the network, or as I say, in the empire, at ndbmedia.net. Don't forget to
Evil
find us on
Empire.
Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, as well as on YouTube. And for this week's announcement on the community calendar, ladies and gentlemen, we did not have any submissions, but we want to thank everyone that thought of us. Of course, the only thing really happening in the community is around the world, and that's going to be approximately 3:30 Pacific time tomorrow. We'll get the actual start time when we get to that. But
Earthquake!
it is the big game. Don't want to.
Yep.
Yesterday there was an earthquake.
I suppose that would be on the community calendar. So there was a significant one. Yeah, in Hawaii. I believe it was either yesterday or the day before. And actually, there were two of them in Hawaii. Go figure.
No, I'm
And
talking about the
it's
one
right
here.
along.
The one in Malibu yesterday.
Yeah, I'm glad you felt it. I didn't. So
I did. I
yeah.
was actually wondering because um, the type of earthquake, the way it felt, was usually a big one because it was that slow rumbling kind of, you know, and you're waiting for it to build, but it didn't build. So I was like, okay,
You are under the wet. Really? I'm sorry, Gridiron Girl, that you are under the weather this
Aw.
morning.
so get on. It doesn't make a difference. It doesn't change the fact you can still get on. I'm the vicious.
Yes, but
I'm the
maybe
vicious.
she doesn't.
Oh, no, I'm the vicious dog today.
Okay.
Let's say maybe she doesn't want to see all our lovely faces.
I need to be careful on this, NorCal Girl, but if you were a dog, what breed would you be? Because
Besides
apparently
being a
you
bit,
no, that I didn't go there. I'm just saying, besides doing some barking this week, what would be your breed? Because unfortunately, as I've been told many times, I would probably be a Chihuahua that always has coffee. Not that that would be my chosen
uh,
breed, but what would you be?
pro- probably a Doberman Pinscher.
Oh, that's interesting. Well, I like that. Gridiron Girl, and while Gridiron Girl is coming up with her answer, as well as Aisha, and I hope Mom is doing well, Aisha. So, Janet, I hope Janet is doing very well. Janet, we think about you here on the program, and we send our good thoughts and good feelings over to you. Thank you for listening or tolerating us, Janet. But Big Dog, if you were, and I know this is pointless to ask the big dog, if he were a dog, what would he be? Have you ever given that thought, Big Dog? What would you be if you were a perro?
Siberian Husky.
Ooh,
Protector,
Ooh,
but a protector, and if you fuck around with the family, you see what you get.
Siberian Husky. Other than a Chihuahua in heat or a mangly coyote, that's probably well, but that's not a dog.
No, that is not a dog.
No, but that take case in point. That's probably what I would be. I'd still be
Although
out of the
although
family,
although it is in the canine family, though.
but I
so does that make him a dingo?
Oh, that's funny.
Makes him
You
a
know what?
dodo.
That might be apropos. The dodo
Ooh,
dingo.
damn.
Yeah, a
He don't
mesquite.
mess around.
Yeah, I like it. I like it, ladies and gentlemen. Well, we've already
The-
gone over the community.
But she was being very specific though. Does that mean gig that when you bark in Italian?
Robles. It's possible. It's possible that she does. So, uh, Aisha wants to share that the Dallas Cowboys were the NFL's first modern expansion team. The NFL was late in awarding Dallas after Lamar Hunt was rebuffed in his efforts to acquire an NFL franchise for Dallas. He became part of a group of owners that formed the American Football League,
Yeah, we're gonna
with
start
Hunt's
again.
AFL, the aforementioned American Football League, franchise in Dallas known as the Texans, later become the Kansas City Chiefs. Oh, look, the team I picked has a history. You are a woman. Of course you would. So, nice one. I appreciate that, folks. Everyone brings a little bit of history as we do that. Taking a quick look at the sports calendar, folks, all kidding aside, as we did mention, I believe it is the 58th Super Bowl that will be played tomorrow. I'm sorry, the 58th NFL Super Bowl. Major League Baseball pitchers and
Fi-
catchers report will
Five
be.
and eight. 5 and 8 is 13.
There was quite a bit of it. There's a lot of yeah, there's a lot of things happen to do with 13 right now. And it looks like on the 13th, Major League Baseball pitchers and catchers will report. The NBA All-Star Weekend begins on the 16th, runs through the 18th. It will be at Salt Lake, Utah. The NHL outdoor game, Flyers versus Devils, I believe, is scheduled for the 17th. And on the 18th, the Rangers versus the Islanders for the NHL outdoor game. Sorry about that, folks. On the 22nd, Major League Baseball spring training games are set to begin, and the NFL Combine begins the 27th through March 4th. And speaking of combines, it looks like the man is here. Good morning,
The
sir.
man, the myth,
Good
the
morning.
legend, El Tortuga.
And oh, for the love of God. Good morning,
Yay!
Charger.
There you are. Hey, gig.
Morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, everyone.
How you feeling, Speedy?
I'm feeling good.
All right. Gridiron Girl, Trixie, how are you feeling?
Like shit.
Oh, baby, I'm sorry.
It's all right. I'm
So,
going to be doing a lot of that today.
what do
I'll,
you have?
I'll be over to take your temperature the old-fashioned way.
uh, uh, thank you.
Anytime.
Leaving me for another woman, are you?
Whoa.
She's closer.
At least it's a woman this time.
She's closer.
This is true.
A lot
Yeah,
of
well, you
folks.
slowed down and couldn't pick up to plug in my electricity for the longest time.
Well, I
Left me
decided to
without
let
power
you.
for forever.
I know, but I was just, I didn't feel like speeding, so I just took my time.
Le Tortuga!
Nah.
I want to give a shout out to several people that I know that are watching the program. Neri, thank you for checking it out. And Peter, thank you for checking out the program as well.
Anytime.
Uh, no, not you.
I
This Peter's
know.
in Diamond Bar. So,
Oh, he
folks
lives in
that,
Diamond Bar? Holy
yep.
shit.
Yeah,
God
actually, yeah,
damn.
he's up on the hill. He's, yeah.
Holy, he's up there with Snoop Dogg, huh?
I know he's actually kind of close, but kind of close related to that guy is very far. So I don't know. Um,
It's still Diamond Bar. Those are seven-figure houses, almost all of them. So
yeah, they are. I read when I was driving Uber and Lyft, I didn't get very many calls up there, folks. The limos
it
would
was
run
fu-
my ass over because they're going to go pick up their charges.
it was funny. One time I was really bored and I went on Zillow just look at houses, prices and shit. and I moved the map to Diamond Bar, and most of the houses were like 7.5 and up. There was one that was, I think it was 21, 21.5 or something like that. And then I clicked on it and I was like, holy shit. There's houses like that in
Well,
Diamond Bar?
Oh my
that's
God.
just
that
pocket
is-
change for you, you know.
Yeah, I wish.
Well, when NDB Media is on the prowl, that is pocket change for us. And we are on the prowl, folks. For those of you that saw, it is official. NDB Media officially does have an all cash offer in the books, as was mentioned on our post. So remember that. We were the first ones that had an all cash offer for the Dodgers as well. And we were able to back it up. And we were in on the bidding for the team. And we are now also. What?
I've
Are you
cleared my
just choking a
throat.
joke or what?
I think she's
No.
I think she's coughing.
I heard the BS.
Well, that too.
She's coughing up the spaghetti since she's an Italian mastiff.
And by the way, Aisha, I suppose we have that slight thing in common that she'd be a vulpus. That's a fox, in case you're wondering. I'm sure we were, but I'm glad you answered it. I know it's kind of sad to ask this, but Tortuga, if you were a canine, what would you be?
If I was a canine, I would be one of the most violent canines you've ever had to deal with.
A Chihuahua?
Chihuahua?
No. I'd be the real thing, just like you see them on TV. When they're
Yeah, okay,
chasing a
which
guy
one?
down and
Real thing.
tearing him apart.
Oh, so
Well,
which ferocious
so-
animal would this be?
A Rottweiler, okay?
Oh.
Ooh.
Ooh, you can play with my dobies then.
Yeah.
I
See,
need you to clarify that, please.
But the problem is
They
the
would bite your meat.
Rottweilers are not the most ferocious dogs around. They are trained to be that way. They are not born that way.
Yeah.
It's not in they're made
DNA.
that way. Yeah, they're made that
Yeah.
way. So if you want like the most ferocious dog, then you're talking like about a Mastiff or some of the others, but Rottweilers are very actually docile dogs when you bring them up correctly.
Well,
Mhm.
then, Tortuga, there is a lesson for all of us here. You are our resident Rottweiler. We should be wary around you and not.
Are you saying we didn't bring them up right? We didn't raise them
Apparently
correctly?
not.
That's what I'm alluding to. That we have not done what is required here. Well, you have, big dog.
Should we have
Gridiron girl?
should we have let him watch more cartoons? Would he be better then?
Told you.
More Scooby, yes.
No, more Barney. He needed more Barney.
Oh, there can only be one Barney.
That's right. You know, for a while he was Barney Lover 29 for about a year and a half.
Those days are gone now.
Okay. So he's graduated from Barney to what? Wishbone?
Well, he does wish on that bone.
Mm.
Oh, okay. All right. Anyways,
Speedy,
I thought you were.
It must be the drugs.
How has your
Yeah.
week gone so far, Speedy?
Very good. How's
Good.
yours? How is the, I guess, small earthquakes going on down there by you guys? And the rain,
Oh, the rain's
But-
been crazy.
mudslides going down from houses.
Yeah, it's surprisingly, it's actually very bad in a lot of areas. And we were kind of joking, or Big Dog alluded to some very expensive homes. This time around, a lot of expensive homes have been sliding down.
A lot
unfortunately.
of homes that thought they were on stable ground, but have never had this amount of water that
Yeah.
quickly. Yeah, and the sides of the hills were too saturated, and they just couldn't hold on to the houses.
That's why you don't build houses where Mother Nature lives,
Oh, is that a biblical quote, young lady?
But Mother
Yes.
Nature, Mother Nature lives everywhere. You can build it, but the thing is, these people that build on these houses, or the construction people that build the houses, they don't put the not standards, but when they build down and for the foundation to support, they don't dig down far enough. They go the minimum amount. I mean, if I'm building a $5 million house on the side of a hill, and they say, okay, we can go down 20 feet, I'm gonna say go 40. I want to make sure that structure isn't going anywhere, even if half the damn hillside goes away. My stuff's gonna stay because it's built properly.
In other words, he's
Uh,
saying that if if they say, well, half of this new backyard that you wanted is not going to be there, Big Dog's going to be like, I don't care. Go farther. You have to.
No, 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 no.
no,
I'm not
he
saying
actually
out.
meant
No, no.
down.
Down.
saying out. I'm saying
Oh,
down into the mountain, into the hillside, because
Right.
you have to drill into the
All
hillside
the
to keep your
support.
foundation up. The support beams.
Yeah,
There
all
we
the
go.
support
Thank you.
poles.
Yeah. So if they say, okay, the regular amount is 20 feet down, I'm gonna say no. Go 40 feet down. So when the hillside does go, because eventually it always does, I stand a better chance than next door neighbor over here that only went down 20 feet.
You realize that was
What happened?
that was pejorative in nature. You realize that when he's talking about the stupid neighbor next to him, that was mean, Big Dog. It was very mean.
I'm a mean person. I already told you guys all that all the time. I'm not
I
a
think
I'm
I
not a
think
nice guy.
I think we know that, but the
I'm not a
illusion
nice guy.
is of the cuddly big dog.
Oh, I am that too. But but if I gotta
Oh, I'm
choose,
sorry.
if I gotta choose,
Tortuga. Aisha is saying that we are all wrong. Um, the most ferocious dog is, in fact, a cape hunting dog, and they run in packs. Wasn't that Underdog the one that had a cape on him? But
yes, it was
go ahead.
Yeah.
underdog.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yep.
all right.
Lots to get to today. I thought you were going to open up with talking about the Met, well, former Met GM lied about injuries and didn't inaccurate anything. Oh, he's got a
Well,
broken arm. No, he doesn't.
You saw it,
Yeah.
but yes, actually, I do have that.
not quite a broken arm. That one is verifiable. You have a sprained arm.
Go ahead, Speedy, please. I actually do have that story, ladies. I'm going to share one
As do
version
I.
with my co-hosts. So, Speedy, you did bring that up. I do want to say one thing real quick. We are now progressing into the live portion of the program, and we are moving forward. So, Speedy, again, thank you for joining us and keeping us on track. Why don't you get to it, Speedy? And I shared with all my co-hosts. I'm going to put in the chat room as well for those of you following along with us. Go ahead, Speedy.
All right. So, MLB Commissioner Rob Manfred announced yesterday that former Mets GM Bob Epler had been placed on ineligible list through the conclusion of the 2024 World Series for violation of injured list rules. According to, hold on,
It's okay, Speedy. Tortuga.
Did he have to fart or something or what?
I don't think he has that much in him. Uh-oh. You okay there, Speedy? Someone knocking on the door?
no, it was my alarm behind me. I forgot to turn it off sooner.
Oh, thank you for shutting your alarm off. You're being the anti-almighty on the program. Good for you. Oh, our thoughts and prayers are with Almighty.
Yes.
I just shared. I don't know
yeah,
where you.
you should. I don't either. But that was awkward last week. Remember, we were doing the program, all of a sudden we heard an air raid, and you were like, "Oh my God, where is he at?"
Well,
That's every week.
close. It's
That's
more
every
like
week.
it's more like air warning red.
Yeah, it's a running
Yeah.
joke now.
Yeah, it actually
Yeah.
it is. That's which is damn. But folks, that's the way it is on this program. We take advantage of that which is thrown before us. Damn colonists or colonialists! Those dogs, not underdog, lives in Africa. Jesus
Yep.
H. Puffin. Huff and Puff. Please proceed,
Yes.
Speedy.
Someone call me?
Aisha did.
Oh, okay.
Aisha, damn it. I know you said what you said, but how long is it going to take you to get in here? Damn it. Go ahead, Speedy. Tortuga.
According to a statement released by Major League Baseball, Epstein was disciplined for directing the following pattern of conduct in violation of the league's rules: improper use of injured list placements, including deliberate fabrication of injuries and the associated submission of documentation for the purposes of securing multiple improper injured placements for 2022 and 2023 seasons. And
In addition to that, Major League Baseball's investigation concluded that the pattern of conduct was at Epler's sole direction and without any involvement of club ownership or superiors. Folks, this is serious. We in Major League Baseball know the jokes of a player being put on the injured list for a hangnail or for something along those lines. We even had a joke a while back that a baseball player had turf toe, which is unbelievable. There was another player that had vertigo, and unfortunately, he was made fun of because he had vertigo. Everyone was kind of joking. But it turned out the player had vertigo, which ended his career. That's significantly different. This whole thing with Epler, it's pretty bad. And I don't know for how long all of you have been paying attention to sports, but if you've been on this program, even Tanya, our resident ice queen, and even before, even with Lenny, when we would have him on regularly, the issue with the Mets, they were remember players didn't want to go to the Mets because of the medical staff. So it's kind of funny that they went from bad trainers and health people to liars. It's like, how do you improve a medical staff? You go from killers to liars. I can see the progression. They're eventually going to be um, somewhat good, but this is crazy. Suspended for the entire year. Big Dog, your thoughts on that, or anything else you wanted to add to that, please?
I'm glad he got caught. I'm pretty sure it goes on in other organizations also, and that's across the board of all four major sports in America. I'm pretty sure it goes on. It doesn't happen as often as I think we think it does, but if Epler, got caught doing this, I can't see that he's the only one that was doing it, especially if a higher round and a higher pick in the draft could result with you tanking a couple of games.
I'd like to go over to NorCal Grow and then Gridiron Grow, and Speedy can finish off with his personal comments on this. Cowgirl.
Oh, I thought you said Gridiron Girl first. No, I thought you said Gridiron Girl first.
No, actually, that
Oh.
might have been a Freudian slip for obvious reasons, but I thought I directed it over to you, then Gridiron Girl. And surprisingly, she's as docile as ever. She is still silenced, which is a shock.
Hey, be nice.
Never.
Us girls stick together, and we're always sweet.
Us girls. Oh yeah, where's your third party? She's out fixing herself up. How long does it take? Damn it!
Well, sometimes you gotta absolutely make sure you're glamour ready before the screen. Thus, the reason I have
And you
an
do not.
avatar.
And that's why Scorekeeper starts prepping at 5.
Actually,
Cowgirl, proceed.
never mind.
Proceed, cowgirl.
Actually, I really don't have anything to say regarding all of the no, my brain can't think of what I wanted to say, but
Yeah, all evidence to the contrary. It's taking you longer to tell us you have nothing to say.
shut up. Yeah, I don't really have anything to say on this one yet.
Gridiron Girl?
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
What up? Hija de su
Oh.
madre. All right, Speedy, go ahead. It's all right. I know she's really under the weather, and you are being a team player, There's no doubt about it, Gridiron Girl. It is 6:31 a.m. Don't forget, top of the hour, we're going to start looking at the NFL Super Bowl. So just stick with us, and we'll see what we'll do. Speedy, your thoughts on this one?
Well, it's one of those things where if you're gonna lie, do it in a way where not even nobody can know about it. I mean, I've done it growing up, and
Ooh, you
Ooh.
lied?
He told us the story when he was in school a few
Ooh.
weeks ago.
yeah,
Oh.
but there's others I haven't told anybody, and my brothers were like, one day it's gonna come back and bite you on the ass. I'm like,
But you told your
yeah, but
brother.
it hasn't.
So what does that mean?
But you told your brother, so yes, you have told people.
Yeah, but they're the only ones that know. Our parents never knew, because if my parents knew, you'd be seeing all the bruises and everything. What did your mother do?
Still?
Oh, she beat me senseless. So yeah, they're just, and it's also one of those things where, like, say if we wanted to be like, hey, anime girl, she's this, and that, but let's say she's standing right there in between all of us, going, I'm right here, and I just heard everything you said. So who started this, and who wants to go first and possibly get their ass whipped? So yeah.
Fair enough. Thank you, Tortuga. Folks, this has happened many times in the past, but the level of what Mr. Epler did is why even baseball said, dude, enough. You know that I'm sorry, what was that, big dog?
I'm just chuckling because yeah, I'm like, yep,
Yeah.
pretty much. It's like, okay, guys, we all know what's happening, but Epler, come on.
Yes. It really is bad, folks. You there look, if you've been watching sports for any little and dairy, oh my god, what did you do?
Oh, clean,
Almighty.
nice. Yeah.
What's
You
up,
shaved?
Almighty?
You had a haircut? Dude, I noticed these things because I have none. So uh,
Right.
good look. Good morning, young man.
Good morning, everyone.
You always shame us. Folks, all kidding aside, Almighty always shames us when it comes to professionalism. He was one of the first ones where little did I know it was an edict, but I said, folks, this is a big deal. We're going to have a big game or a big guest, and we're going to go professional. The only one that listened was Almighty. Regularly, Almighty had the jacket, the tie. When we did the professionals, he always came to play. So you always shame us, Almighty. And dirty deeds done dirt cheap. Oh! Good for you.
Well, there's
What's going on, Almighty?
this morning. How you doing, Speedy?
Good.
Yes, I'm guy heard that. So okay.
Yeah, we all heard it.
Do you have any thoughts about, or I don't know if you heard us before you came on, but we were talking about Epler of the Mets, that he was suspended for this entire upcoming season because of he had his players fake injuries to the point where they said enough is enough.
Yeah, I put that link in the chat room again, Almighty, and I'll just finish with my thoughts while if you want to take a quick look at it. Folks, we've seen it. It's happening. We've seen it over the years because even the players are like, oh, what the hell? Why did I go on the disabled list? This is not a secret. And all teams, all sports networks and stuff, I don't want to say networks, but leagues allow teams to jump over the active number. You can get away with it because it sucks. There's sometimes that you're like a day or two off, so they'll let you put someone on the disabled list so you can make the transaction. It is done over and over, and players throw tantrums about it. And it's not that calm, it's not that strange. But as Big Dog said, dude. And the funny thing is, folks, sorry, but it's one thing for the training staff or the managers or those people to do it, and then you have the guy up on top cover because you can generally do it. No, the guy that was supposed to cover for everyone was the one that was doing it. So, Wow. And this isn't alleged. Major League Baseball said, dude, damn, you're out of control. That's why they suspended him for the rest of the year. Hijo de su madre. That was a big deal. Mr. Almighty.
Well, it seems like it's the same thing when they have the NBA players take time off. They rest them up, but they're not on the they're not injured. They just haven't sit on the bench. This is, I don't know. I haven't heard this before. I haven't. But it says former is even working right now. I mean, I don't
Yeah, I
No,
think they. Yeah, he's
well, he quit. He quit 4 days after the new ownership took over, or the new vice president. What was it? I had it right here. 1 second.
Oh,
Um, that Epler is 48, was the Mets general manager from November 2021 until he quit October 5th, 3 days after owner Steve Cohen hired David Stearns as president of baseball operations.
so so right now he doesn't have a job, right?
As far as I know, no.
So he cannot be a GM or have anything to do
Anything.
this year. So he's done. So he has to find a new line of work.
Yes, for at least a year. Yes.
Well, maybe he'll be able to do his shuffle stuff for an NBA team. Get that worked out. This is the first I've heard of anything like this happening in baseball.
yes.
And
I
Yes.
agree.
It's a shame, because baseball is trying everything they can to keep people in the seats by with the pitching clock making games shorter, which the NFL should look into as well. But I'm just saying, Major League Baseball has been doing everything I can think of. I don't know, some positive, some negative. I'm not quite sure. I'm sure a scorekeeper knows what positive and negative things are to help speed the game up, keep people in the seats, keep people watching on TV. But because I guess having bigger bases helps too. I don't know how that keeps viewers in the seats or on TV, but I guess bigger bases does stuff. But I don't know, and I mean, what does this mean for base? I don't know what it means for baseball. I mean, if he got caught doing this, giving people injured. How long were they usually out for? Do we know if were they on the 15 DL or what? There, Rod.
Well, the manipulation was that he went over and above. I don't know if you caught my comment earlier about most leagues allow these transactional things to happen. There have been players that have publicly stated, why the hell did they put me on the, for a hangnail? Why did they put me on the disabled list? I mean, we've known about it. And again, it's because of dates conflicting. And they're like, dude, it's a day or two that they're trying to get someone in for the minor leagues, or the limit on active players as opposed to total roster stuff. I think, okay, I'm generalizing, but I believe every team is probably guilty of it at least once every 2 to 3 years.
So
That everyone won't do it. It happens. But what
Okay.
he was doing was just beyond the pale. And
So-
I commented that the Mets in the 2000s and 2010s were famous for injuring players. Were
all right.
they went from killers to liars. So
Is this like a a warning to other teams to stop doing it when they suspend the GM or whatever? Is this supposed to be a warning, a salvo of any kind there, Raj?
it is a salvo insofar as that everyone knows what Epler was doing, and they're like, if you ever get to we have the standard now. What Epler was doing, he was the one manipulating the roster, and folks, that is a sign of two things: the injuries, how players are just getting hurt all the time. It's ridiculous, and bad managing from the guy up on top. It's just, dude, it's
I
crazy.
don't know. I
He was faking injuries.
Yeah,
That's the thing. He was faking injuries so that they could move their roster around. And it is definitely a salvo for the rest of Major League Baseball. Folks, we'll never know the full details, but you know where the questionable moves are. And there's always a questionable move several times a year, not by one team. The thing is, he did what Major League Baseball does in a year on his team. That's why they're like, dude, this happens like once a month across baseball, and you did that in a week. Yeah,
Wow.
it was
So,
that, and it was done over 2 years.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay. I mean, I don't know. I didn't know anything like this was. I mean, there's 162 games to play with as far as moving people around. I mean, it's not like a football season where you can have someone sit out because every game is major. You just can't.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like baseball and basketball and hockey. They all have these long seasons where if you want to screw around with injuries, I guess you can, but football you can't because you got every game counts. But I don't know.
Ooh.
I don't know the extent of this, Roger. I mean, you know more about this than I will ever will. But to me, it's like if he got caught doing something, faking injuries. I mean, that's the same on par, as faking orgasms, I guess. And it's just,
Okay.
so I had to throw something in there. I haven't said anything. I've been holding back and saying the F-bomb a few times, So I had
NorCal knows nothing about that.
but orgasms?
No, I do not.
Poor woman.
Faking them.
By faking them.
Oh, faking them. Oh, okay. All
I
right.
gotta
Well,
stop
that's good to
doing
know.
that.
But anyway, enough of that.
Yeah, you do, Raj. You
I
gotta stop.
doing
Well, he
that.
got caught. I don't.
One of my trademark moves. Damn it.
Yeah. Yep. But anyway,
I
Raj,
do want to say,
like
okay.
Elaine on Seinfeld, faking orgasms with Seinfeld.
Oh,
wow.
that was funny.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Raj, do you think? And I doubt it because I'm pretty sure the players would have said something. But do you think he put any players? He injured players because of their performance bonus was coming up by X amount of games they have to play.
Well, as a matter of fact, we will know shortly. The claims will probably begin. Oh, you know what, Big Dog? Very good. I didn't see it that, dude.
I
You
was
know
just
what?
thinking
I
as you
think
guys
Major
were
League
talking.
Baseball, the union would have been flying off the deep end already. They're pretty good about money.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. If he did it for that particular purpose, I'm pretty sure we would have heard about it already.
Yeah. That was good, Big Dog. I wasn't thinking about that one, folks. No, unfortunately, I'm gonna blame Mr. Epler for the two reasons: the inordinate amount of injuries, because baseball players just get hurt over everything and anything. Sometimes the hangnails are real. I don't even know what a real hangnail is. It was explained to me. It's like, how can you go ahead and put on the disabled list for a hangnail? As I understand it, it's like, come on. Yeah, Speedy, what?
Well, Hank, I mean, it's stupid, but I could see it
Right.
because hangnails are extremely painful, though. And if you have to be on your feet and running, you can't. Good morning, engineer.
Now that's interesting, Big Dog, because I've always taken the hangnail to be like on the hands, and I never thought it could be on your lower extremities. I didn't.
Yeah, usually when you go on we've heard them go on the injured list for a hangnail. It's usually an outfielder.
Engineer. See, I used Almighty the name. I most certainly did not use Almighty. I need to clarify that. But
I don't want to see that.
Stop it! I did say his name 3 times, and he did show up. So I wanted to proverbially cheat and just get engineer in here. So, folks, this is great. We have a lot of people.
So that's the reason why we don't see you on Saturday nights is because everybody in Southern California, they're yelling, "Oh God! Oh God! Oh God!"
So
Mm.
I'm busy.
and then you hear that afterwards. You're right.
Yeah,
got that part right.
Yeah, very good. Now, folks, Billy Epler was the general manager that replaced one of my favorites. As you know, I famously went on. It was a severe rant. I was very angry when the deal was done. Jerry DePoto, everyone knows that he was hired. He's a former baseball pitcher. He was not bad as a pitcher. He was lefty, but when he was chosen as executive for the Angels, and at the time, you all know it should have been who is the general manager of Miami. She'd been in line that long to be a general manager, and she was passed over with the Angels.
After
And
she's now in Miami after she did her stint working for Major League Baseball, correct?
yes, yes. And good for her. And look, folks, Miami was a competitive team last year.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
just, go figure. Folks, some people are just good at it, some people are not. Being good managers is one thing, but being able to build a team, hey, it is what it is. But Jerry DePoto, who has been an executive throughout Major League Baseball, judge his career. I just believe that she should have been over Jerry DePoto.
Don't be dog.
I pointed at you. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Oh,
he pointed at you.
have you gone on Instagram?
No, why? I'm
Go
rarely
check your
on.
Instagram. I sent you something. I sent you two things, but uh, check the second to the last one because it's about Major League Baseball 2024, the Madden 2024. A certain person has been added to the. I don't know if this was jokingly done or if it was or it's actually true. And then you can see why they added him.
The second to the last.
Yeah, it should be like someone sliding into first.
Yes.
Okay, look at that.
Oh my god. Okay, hold on, folks. Oh my god. You saw my reaction. So we're gonna, since it's on Instagram, there's no sound. I'm gonna, I gotta keep it under like a few seconds. Check this out. And there we go. Damn it. All right. Look. Safe! What the hell? Come on, man. That was
So,
bad.
so the caption is Angel Hernandez has been added to Madden 2024.
Oh my God.
There we go.
You just
I
had to
did
ruin
not
my
know
Madden
that.
experience for me. Thank
Because
God.
you see the guy sliding in, and he's
Uh-huh.
about a good 2 feet away, and the ball gets in the mitt of the first baseman, and he slides into first, and that's when you see the first base umpire go safe.
Okay, folks, we know one of the greatest. There's actually been two missed calls over the last 30 years. One of the more famous ones, of course, George Orta grounding out to second base. Tommy Hurt throws it over to first base, and George Orta was called safe. It was what Major League Baseball refers to as a bang bang play. But the folks, you can understand why it was. I mean, it was fast. It wasn't like this, the one that we just saw.
Yeah.
The human being is only able to do so much. We have the full screen when we're looking at things, but umpires, the reason why my baseball coach would say, "Let me hear the leather schmack," he did it with a wad of stuff in his mouth, but that was his line. When you threw, you needed to hear the leather smack because umpires are looking at the base. This is a human being thing. They're looking at the base and they're relying on the sound. So when the guy is coming in, the umpire is listening for that, and it was a soft toss that just ended in the webbing. There was no schmack. And speaking of no schmack, good morning, anime girl.
Good morning,
About time you got your patootie in here.
Go away. I was talking to someone.
Not snack, Jay, but you being a personal trainer that you are, good for you. Oh, do we have a puppet in joining the program?
No, we do not have a puppet.
Is that your Cape dog or something?
No, that's a
From
Vulpes
Africa?
Vulpes. That's a fox, you muppet.
Rabbit,
Rabbit, full size.
What did the fox say?
Oh God, no! Don't, no, no, no.
No.
Why not?
Not my
God,
fault.
that
You
was a
damn colonialists
stupid
don't know
song.
your animals.
Yes,
That
but
was
now
such
I've got it playing in my head since you showed
Yeah.
it, the damn thing.
Well, the engineer is approving it, so loves it. So there it goes.
Something about Jose Altur. I think that's how you say his name.
You mean Altuve?
Altuve.
Hijo de tu
It,
Altuve.
it,
No
it,
sabes esa, güey.
it should be Altered, but well, you know. That's just
Actually,
me.
that's good, Big Dog. I don't think I
Thank
heard
you.
that one. Altered.
Third, yeah.
But it's Altuve. Wait, come on.
Yes, he's
125 million for 5 years.
Huh?
yeah. He signed
I said
a contract.
125. Yeah, 125 million for 5 years.
Oh, okay. An extension.
Yeah.
He's like what,
So
5'1"?
so scorekeeper, is he worth $5 million a year?
Wait, this is
I
Jose
mean 20,
Altuve?
25. I'm sorry, 25 million a year.
Um, Look, Altuve is an incredibly talented ball player and a cheater. It's
Yes.
we it's clear it is. He was on the a-holes. And folks, silence does not grant you lease. He was on the team. He was a leader of the team, and he famously did not want to have his jersey ripped off him on a game-winning home run because
Yeah,
his
I
wife,
didn't want to show off my tattoo that I just got. My wife didn't want me to show it.
I'm sure she got a tattoo. She, whatever, got the tattoo, and the wife said, "You can't show it to anyone." Yeah, he showers with the team. How does that happen? Whatever.
That's because the other ones are cheaters too. But if you remember, about a month or two later, they actually had him where his shirt came off, and
By the way,
he did not have a tattoo there. And they asked him about that, and he said, "Oh well, my wife didn't like the tattoo, so I had it removed."
uh-huh.
Yeah,
And
right.
and
Uh-huh.
remember, there is imagery of him having a wire that you could
Yep.
see under the jersey. It's like, folks, say whatever you want, man. And we're gonna say whatever. We're not even gonna say alleged. Look, it happened. So, Anime Girl is setting us back on track for some odd reason. Kansas City's Patrick Mahomes is breaking another Super Bowl barrier for black quarterbacks. What, as in returning? Or what? What is the barrier there, Anime Girl?
It's on about obviously persons of color.
He's been to the Super Bowl, I think, twice
Oh,
already. Is this like the first black quarterback to be there 3 times? I'm not sure. I might be a bit dismissive, folks, because I'm a little ornery this morning.
Well, there you go. I thought I'd put the link in so you could read it for yourself, sir.
Oh, I get it. There's a
He's
link
like,
there.
oh,
It is in the chat. I apologize. Ladies and
Yes.
gentlemen, USA Today's sports video, Kansas City's Patrick Mahomes is breaking another Super Bowl barrier for black quarterbacks. During the 1987 season, Doug Williams became the first black quarterback to start a Super Bowl. It was, of course, a remarkable moment because we all know what happened and what didn't happen. It would take another 12 years for another black quarterback to start in the Super Bowl. That was Tennessee's Steve McNair for the 1999 season. That was a long time. After that, it took another 5 years, and that was Donovan McNabb in 2004. Then Colin Kaepernick started 8 years later in 2012.
mm. No.
So from 87
Yeah.
through 2011, there were just 3 black starting quarterbacks in the Super Bowl, meaning 88% of the starting quarterbacks were white and 12% black. Okay, I don't. Well, okay. Statistically, for the Super Bowl, I guess that number would be correct. Then came a mini burst of black Super Bowl starting quarterbacks that was a sort of spark plug for change. Kaepernick in 2012, Russell Wilson, Cam Newton in 2015. Sorry, Kaepernick in 2012. Russell Wilson 2 years later, and then Cam Newton in 2015. So it was finally viewed positively. Of course, racism has always been a big issue in sports, and especially when it comes to certain positions. We all know what happened in the year 1987 on what was the program that followed ABC News? It wasn't 2020, was it?
Probably.
Where Ted Koppel
Was it?
was interviewing the manager. Come on, Gridiron Girl. Who was the manager? Was it Bavasi? That he was talking about.
2020.
It was 2020. Thank you. And Ted Koppel was interviewing, and the greatest line of lines was issued by Mr. Bavasi. Please correct me if I'm wrong. The general manager of the Dodgers in 1987, when he said, "You have to listen to the entire thing and judge as yourself." But he said, certain players do not have the intangibles for certain positions.
Oh yeah, I remember that now.
Ooh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. It was. You have to listen to the entire thing. I'm not gonna say he was quoted out of context. Let's just say Ted Koppel was like, "Mother of God, this mackerel has been given to me. I am," and he just let him talk. And Mr. Bavasi shot himself. And not only does it sound bad, it was bad.
Yep.
And
And just a quick clarification on Mahomes. He's been to the Super Bowl 3 times, won twice, and now this will be his fourth Super Bowl appearance in 5 years.
so that is, as the Silver Vixen brought to the program, there's no doubt that there's validity to your comment. Thank you.
I
Well,
just
folks,
thought, this is meant to be sports talk with the guys. I just thought I'd throw sports
Yeah,
related article in there,
but isn't Patrick Mahomes the first mixed quarterback?
Well, is Russell Wilson? I thought
la-
Russell Wilson was mixed also.
ladies and gentlemen, do a DNA test. There's no such thing as pure. There's no such
Thank
thing.
you.
Doesn't exist in society. Does not exist.
Talk to the Germans about that.
Well, then you just can't pick one or the other. Then
Actually, forgive me. Big dog. I wouldn't say the Germans per se. I would refer to the Aryan haters. I would want to.
Actually, the ones if you were to ask me who would be the most unmixed, I would probably say something like Switzerland or maybe the Netherlands.
Actually, very good, big dog. But no, the minute I was saying they don't exist, I was like, "Oops, maybe the Native American Indian." Yeah,
Well, yeah,
that's a pretty
Yeah, we have a lot of mix too.
or the Norse. The
well.
Norse.
Yeah, well,
I would
we're
possibly
not going
say
to talk
the
about
Icelandics.
haplogroups right now.
I would say the Icelandics would probably be the most unmixed that you could probably get.
Oh,
Most pure.
shit! You're talking about with each other. They have an app that every Icelander signs up because of their heritage. You shouldn't take that person because they're only 8 cousins removed or whatever. You guys know that, right? There is an app for dating in Iceland because of that. Because there's only what 165,000 people or something like that up there.
Well, since it's almost 7, I have some baseball news that I'm just gonna just do the highlights and get our resident baseball guru's reactions
Huh?
as we go through
is he?
Have to
Where
wait
is he,
for
big
now?
dog? Is he coming?
them. So the most tenured Dodger, Clayton Kershaw, has re-signed for 1 more year. Scorekeeper.
This is a year over. Whatever. He provides insurance. Uh, we talked about that. Okay, it's a year over.
Okay.
It's a team feel good signing. They don't need him at this point, but he is good insurance. Oh, I can't believe I said that. Oh, my
Okay.
English is rolling in a grave.
So in other news, the Dodgers traded with the Yankees. You guys traded, I guess, Caleb
Yeah.
Ferguson, and you signed Ryan Brazier from the
Um,
Dodgers.
yeah, there was a minor league trade. The pitcher they got was a lefty. His numbers are not too bad. He throws very hard, and it's the Dodgers have an abundance of talent and not enough spots. So it was a good trade for
Yeah.
them. They're getting younger as far as that, but the upside in this pitcher is really good. So
Good morning, Ice Princess.
these deals happen quite often, and this is one where the Yankees may have won out on this one, but we'll never know because the guy that they traded for him is even younger. So talent,
Okay.
talent.
Also, two-time American League Cy Young Award winner Corey Kluber has announced his retirement.
I'm going to be a dick to the big dog, Mr. Kluber. He
Kluber, thank
is
you.
a favorite of Tim McLeod, the real baseball guru. And look, when Kluber was at his best, he is easily, a very good pitcher. But he's retiring. He might be retiring a bit early, but he's retiring on his terms. And for that, Mr. Kluber, dude, you were a good pitcher when you were really on, dude. You were good. There's no doubt about that, and you quite good, as a matter of fact.
And one of my last ones
Artist, you go.
is uh, the son of one of my favorite players, uh, little Vladdy Daddy, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Won a record $19.9 million in salary arbitration Wednesday when a three-person panel picked his request rather than the Toronto Blue Jays 18.5. So he is now he has a record for arbitration money-wise. What do you think about
Yeah,
that one?
the prior record was 19. Ladies and gentlemen, you want inflationary pressures? Just look at the arbitration figures in Major League Baseball. They blow away absolutely everything. Um, the way it works,
I'm sorry to have to correct you, which is surprises me since it is a baseball one. But Guerrero topped the previous high awarded from a hearing, the $14 million Seattle Mariners outfielder Tescar Hernandez received and lost last year.
wait a minute, lost?
Yeah, it says after he lost last year. So 14 million was the losing bit, was the losing or the team amount, and that at the time was a record
Okay.
for the record held for a year.
Everyone said
Sorry.
Soto was going to have the record, the one that but the Yankees, of course, they went halfway and they signed him to the 31 million deal, which had nothing to do with arbitration. So you never know what Soto could have won. But thank you, Big Dog, for that. And you have those numbers now, folks. The inflationary pressures are out of control. So everything's getting expensive for everyone. Don't know what it's going to cost to go to the Dodger game next year, but I'm not going to mortgage the house for that. Gridiron Girl will,
So
but
you're
ladies
not
and
going to.
gentlemen, go ahead.
I was going to say, so you're not going to mortgage the house for that, but would you mortgage it for the Super Bowl?
No.
I mean, it's only 2.5 million.
No.
Only? Jeez.
I saw
Only.
that I saw that video, and the catering is crap for 2.5 million. I would expect nothing but lobster and caviar and
Oh
this and that. And
yeah.
they're freaking serving bacon wrapped hot dogs.
Yeah, I know. From
Oh,
anywhere from what was it, 300,000 to 2.5 million.
yeah, 2.5 million was
It's
the
like,
prime one. It
gee.
was like right on the 50-yard line in the executive box, and you could have up to I think 20 people, I believe.
Yeah.
But they showed the spread, and I'm like, that ain't worth 2.5 million. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm surprised, folks, because as I mentioned, I received the trip of a lifetime. I had the privilege of going to a preseason Raider game back in 2022, and I had, as you all know, I was 6 rows up from, I think it was the 40-yard line. I mean, it was just incredible seats. The seats were about $1,000 each. This was for a preseason game, and we had access to the other world stuff. And I commented to people, "Oh
I
yeah, folks,
remember.
yeah, it's another world, and I will never ever go there again." So, well, okay, well, I'm not going to say anything.
Well, no, you might, because if that purchase goes through that NDB Media is involved in right now, then you could that'll elevate your status.
It is true. I do thank you for reminding me on that, Big Dog. So the cash offer for, as you all read on NDB Media, all kidding aside, has now been up. We have a $79,000 offer in. That is a real offer. As you all know, when we bid on the Dodgers, we were in the what, the $15,000 range, I think it was.
Somewhere in there, yeah.
Yeah, it really wasn't that. But unlike every other bid, we were the only non-debt all cash offer. And for the offer that's on the table now, 79,000, actually it's $78,995 because Dream has bid to be part of the ownership group and he put in $5. So we're kind of in debt at $5 because we haven't seen the $5. So Dream, you got to Zelle me or do whatever you need to do so I can say that it's the full 18. Because right now it's 99% all cash. If any of you want to join up, I don't know. Find my Zelle number. I'll
That
mention
that
you.
that 1% is going to be your undoing for the offer.
Yeah, yeah. So that's why it's only $5, but it is $5. So it is an official all cash offer. It's not even, a joke. It is on the table. We are the only all cash offer on the table. Unlike everyone else. They have to go into debt for their offers. So we're good for it. This is one of the highest bids that NDB Media has ever put on anything. So, hey, think about it. We quadrupled our bid. Maybe even sextupled our bid. So do the math. I'm not. I don't care. All right, folks. It is 7:06 a.m. I do want to welcome everyone. Of course, we had the big dog, La Tortuga, Gridiron Girl, NorCal Girl, Almighty Anime Girl. Thank you, everyone. Of course, I'm the scorekeeper. It is 7:06 a.m. Today is February 10, 2024. It is the day before the big show. And today, of course, is the big show in preparation for the aforementioned big show. And I say big show 3 times. And for the love of all that
He
is
does that.
holy, ladies and gentlemen, the Philly Special. And there was the voice.
Hi, Marty
Good
McFly.
morning, sports fans.
Good
Morning, Dad.
morning.
How are
Good
you?
morning.
Good morning, champ.
Oh,
No,
stop
good morning,
trolling.
Marty
Get off your
McFly.
That is true.
I
see I
like
missed-
that. You
I
made
missed
me
Stream last
Marty now.
I see
You
I
missed
missed
what?
stream last week. I watched the replay. I was like, man.
Oh,
Oh man, folks, I do want to give a quick shout out. Of course, we have likes from someone by the name of Tony Konapka, Jay Simones, someone by the name of Piotr Gama, Aisha Kerr, and Sonj Rubos. I don't know. It's my accent. I apologize.
This is where he screws up
Your
all the
ass,
last
all right.
names.
I'm sorry. What was that, Tortuga?
I said this is where you screw up all the last names. I can't pronounce them correctly.
Okay, Tortuga. I agree with you.
There's a lot of last names I cannot pronounce, and I'm like, I'm not even gonna try.
Okay, well then you know what we always do when that happens? We always fast forward to live TV, and that's what we're gonna do now. So
Yeah.
we're gonna go ahead. So Philly Special. I know it's sad who's screaming your name, but take
The
it from
Chihuahua.
Oh, God, that's good.
But before you said that, Raj, I was thinking Chihuahua. When you said it, I was dying laughing. I was dying.
He's kind of tenacious and grabs hold of your pant leg and won't let go.
Oh, it's so true. It's funny.
Yeah. When people break in the house, they think, "Is there a dog here?" Hold on, my foot's wet. Yeah, they got a Chihuahua.
That's funny. I like that. So, if you were a canine, what would you be?
I guess me and Speedy would be brothers because I was thinking Rottweiler myself.
Well, then I guess you are docile and ferocious. Ooh.
No,
We have
see,
not seen your ferocious side yet. We have not,
no,
sir.
you see, I see the Philly Special more sort of like a pug.
Like a what?
A pug.
pug.
A pug?
A pug.
Mhm.
Okay.
And why is that? Enlighten us.
Because he's round and cuddly.
So are Rottweilers.
Yeah.
They're big lap dogs.
Yes, Jay, I'm more than ready.
Good for you. I am in some ways jealous because the men are speaking directly to the women in aggressive tones. So good. I like it. Hey, he's okay. The family's getting bigger. I like it.
We can fight back. We can fight back.
I didn't question your ability to fight back. I already know what tricks he does. So it is what it is.
What?
Yeah, well, you see,
Oh, what? Is that the magic word? Hello?
Over here.
Big dog.
You sound a little bit better, Gig.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Thanks.
Mhm.
Oh, well, Jay, come on, join us, pal. I was about to say, and yes, thank you, Gridiron Girl. I'm glad you are. You do sound better. Big Dog, would you take us in the direction of what we've been alluding to? The big game is coming up. Why don't you lead us in that direction, if you would, please?
Of course, it is the Super Bowl. Are we allowed to say that since you are an entity? Are you allowed to say that, or do we have to say big game?
As a matter of fact, we have to say the NFL Super Bowl.
Oh, that then we're
Just
okay.
say, if we just say that one, it has been trademarked. As you know, we talked about this several years ago. So as long as we refer to it as the NFL Super Bowl, we are acknowledging
Ah,
what it is. If we just say, the SB word, yeah. So none of you, if you guys say that word on your own, you're responsible for your inherent trademark lack thereof.
so we
If
can't say stupid. So we can't say stupid bastard. That sucks.
I
He's
don't
like,
know.
let me think.
I don't know.
Well, we
Oh,
could say the sexy beast because it's going to be sexy no matter who wins.
Oh, the minute you said sexy beast, I was like, oh, Gabriel Iglesias.
Usher.
all right. So, as we said, it is the NFL Super Bowl, which takes place tomorrow, Sunday, February 11th, 211, which of course equals 13, but we won't go into that. It is Super Bowl 58. 8 plus 5 is 13, but again, we won't go into that.
Right.
The game will
Please
be
don't go into that.
at 3:30 Pacific Standard Time on CBS. It will be the NFC champs, the 49ers, who were 12-5, going against the AFC champs, the Chiefs, who are 11-6.
I do want to add a little bit more to that 13 conspiracy. If
Uh, uh,
Go
yeah,
ahead.
the 1 seed and the 3 seed, of course, 1 and 3 is 13.
Yes, that's another one, and we will have others as we proceed, folks. They are going crazy, and I believe the album number is 13.
No, I don't think so. I know the trip from Japan back to Vegas is 13 hours because she
Yes,
is doing a concert. Um,
and they've been
this will
counting
be
the number of games she's attended.
yes,
This will
this will be her. The Super Bowl will be the 13th game she's attended, and there's one more 13 in there somewhere. I forgot where.
Oh, there's unfortunately quite a few
A
more.
lot of them.
A
But
lot.
yes, and
Kind of
we will be
weird.
going over them. It is kind of funny, the numerology involved here. So it's good. So, what are your thoughts, folks, on the big game coming up? And we'll go over. I'm going to set up the page so that we can do the picks in a moment. I'm not there, but I want to know your thoughts about the game itself. So we'll go over to La Tortuga, then Gridiron Girl, NorCal Girl, Almighty, Wake Up, and Anime Girl, and the Philly Special. So go ahead. La Tortuga!
Well, I'm glad you got to me first and then told everybody to wake up. I unfortunately will not be watching the game because I'll be busy doing stuff tomorrow. So I don't care anyway. If
You're
the
playing at your
Chiefs
stadium.
come up in fourth,
You're a Bay Area boy. You better have some stakes in this.
He's a bab.
Well, yeah, he's a Bay Area boy, but he goes for the other side. That the team that used to be there, they're now in Vegas. So you should actually have
the
have an
Raiders.
investment. You should have an investment in it because they are playing at the Raider Stadium.
Yep.
yeah, but I don't care who wins or who loses, and nobody cares if Taylor Swift shows up later on time, or if she can even land that plane of hers. And apparently she sold her old one so she can buy this new one. Whatever. But like I said, I will be busy tomorrow anyway.
Oh, also, folks, to continue with the conspiracy, February 11th, that's 13.
Oh yeah,
That was
yeah.
the other one. There's an incredible amount. She won her 13th Grammy, which was funny related to her album. And that's unfortunate. That's what I meant, folks. I apologize. She has quite a bit of stuff. She was born on the 13th. which was that one I did not know. It's funny.
I have
So
213 babies.
you have 213 babies, as in
They're
Friday
both,
the 13th.
So the
they're,
26th?
huh? They're born on the 13th.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course, her first album went gold in 13 weeks, and
Sorry.
she won her 13th. As I mentioned, her 13th Grammy was last week. So
Yeah,
the number of
but
13s is crazy.
those 13s are for her though. The 13s that everybody really talks about is all the stuff that happens to go with Super Bowl. Like
Well,
it's Super Bowl 58, it's on 211, 13 hours to get to the Super Bowl. All that has to do with the Super Bowl. The other like 13th Grammy and 13th album and all that, that's her. That's just her.
but they're talking about her being at the. I mean, all the numbers are about her. I don't understand that. So
Well, the ones I was talking about has to do with the Super Bowl and her. The other stuff is her musical side. That has nothing to do
okay,
with
well,
football.
all right, yeah. What? Yeah, all right. Move on. So, Gridiron Girl, go ahead. What are your thoughts on the game?
Oh gosh. Yeah, I really don't. Um, I'll be. Let's put it this way. I'll be rooting for the defensive team. So when this 49ers are on defense, I'll be,
Everybody knows that.
and then Kansas City, when they're on defense, I'll be rooting. So that's the way I'm going to play it.
Well,
I'm just waiting for the picks. I want to hear what her pick is going to be.
So, anyways,
Sounds like
All right.
6-3 somebody.
And by the way, Gig, you cannot pick half. You can't go half for the Chiefs and half for the Niners.
Yeah.
you don't know how hard this is.
Yeah, I know. I can imagine.
Now, the next one may be a bit arbitrary when I ask your thoughts on the game, NorCal Girl. It only says red and gold, baby. Might be a bit skewed.
No, not at all. I mean, I was born in San Francisco. I was raised in Northern California. My entire family is red and gold, and on this one, I agree with them. We're gonna wipe the Chiefs.
Oh, wipe.
Ooh,
Not only
I don't
win,
know
but
about that.
wipe.
Uh-oh.
You clarify
Ooh,
what you
I don't
mean
know
by
about
wipe.
that.
No,
I don't know
you
about
just
that
said
one.
wipe.
Yeah, wipe, as in wipe them out. And the Philly special knows what I mean because I called him out earlier on my prediction there.
So
Yes,
what?
indeed.
What's the wipe? Give us an idea. Define your wipe, please.
Okay, my wipe is going to be unlike somebody who said the Niners were going to be 27 to the Chiefs. What was it, 33?
33.
Yeah, I'm
Close
going
game.
with I'm going with the Niners at 40 and the Chiefs at 27.
Mm.
Is that a wipe though, or just outscore? I'm just curious, but thank you.
I have a feeling the Chiefs are going to wind up fumbling a lot, making a lot of stupid mistakes. Pressure's going to get to them.
I think that's what a lot of us thought when we accidentally chose the Lions over the Chiefs.
Oh, I
I
know,
didn't.
That was
I
horrible.
didn't.
The
Yeah.
minute the game was going on,
Okay, smart ass. So you got it right.
more like a dumbass. Oh no, Big Dog. Yes, I thought you were talking to me, Animaker. That's why more like a dumbass for me. It
No,
is
no,
a smart ass.
no. I'm
Big
talking
Dog.
about, he's not careful. He ain't getting his head through that door behind him when he leaves. You know that, don't you?
Ooh, Big Dog. She said you have a big head.
Boy, do I want to say
Oh,
something.
don't you not go there.
Boy,
really?
do I want to say something.
Well, let's see. How big are your feet, Big Dog?
Oh boy.
Oh, that's funny.
I wear a 13 wide.
Ooh, baby.
Favorite shoe size. That would have suckered you as well. Good for you.
If I need to, I can wear a 12 and a half, but it does have to be wide. Girth
I'm sorry,
matters.
what was that? Who just cleared their mouth or their throat right now?
That was
Cleared their mouth.
that was
Cleared
Was
me,
their
that
but
throat.
was that a Freudian slip there?
No, it was
Freudian something.
it was an old man trying to get his thought out.
Ah,
All right, well, folks, why don't we go to Almighty, where dirty deeds are done dirt cheap? What are your thoughts on the big game, young man?
You need to remember the 49ers have practiced on the worst field at NFL. So they're going to be pretty peeved that this was done to them by the NFL, the gamblers, and the Chiefs.
That's right, because they've been practicing it on the UNLV field, correct?
Yes, they have, and it's a softer
Yeah.
field than the whatever field that the Raiders play in. You've got to remember the Raiders are also pissed because their worst arch enemies are running around their building with free.
Yeah.
Okay, this
Yep.
it couldn't be any worse for the Raiders, and the owner is probably figuring out ways to sabotage these people. With chairs that fall over when they sit in them, and gum on the chairs, and gluing and putting little plastic things over the toilet when they sit down and shit. So he's doing a lot of pranking on these players. We're going to find out in the documentary later on next year. But anyway, I don't know. This is going
so
to
itching powder.
yeah.
They throw itching powder in the locker.
Yeah, itching powder. So if you see players standing around on the side field scratching, you'll know why it was the owner. What's his face? Mike.
Oh, that's a Simpsons.
Mike Davis, Mark
Yeah.
Mark Davis, Mark Davis.
Well, I got
Itchy
the M
and
right, and I got the K right.
Yeah.
I'm not doing Wheel of Fortune, but I did get the M and the K. But I will tell you this: I don't know. This should be a good game, but if it is going to be lopsided, I agree with Liz. It's probably going to be 54-20 if the Raiders get out there and just shut them down.
Raiders?
Raiders.
You're right. It was a Freudian slip. It was actually a good Freudian slip.
Hey, the Raiders are gonna chloroform the 49er players and go out there and
Oh, that's bad.
Man,
that's one of Mike Davis's tricks. So you watch for it. So if you see Garoppolo out there, you better go, what the fuck's going on? No, you'll know what it is. But anyway, I don't know.
Almighty needs to change his name to Almighty Belichick. He is our resident Belichick.
You know what?
I'm just going to tell you that if it's lopsided, I think I agree with North Cal. We'll be on the 49.
It was a Friday. Did you hear that, Freudian? I agree with NorCal girl. I heard that.
Yeah.
You had to correct that one.
That was yeah. Well, but if the Chiefs win, it's going to be a little bit closer. You're right. I agree that the Chiefs need to control that ball. I mean, all they have is Kelsey. I mean, they do have Pacheco who can run the ball. But I agree, but I think that the San Francisco defense will be able to handle that run against Kansas City. And fortunately for Kansas City, their offensive line is going to be intact for this Super Bowl because you remember when they played Tampa Bay, that offensive line was pure shit. And you could tell that, Mahomes was injured in that Super Bowl too. So this is going to be a healthy team like they were last year playing the Eagles. But I just, but you can't bet again. But it's going to be a good one. I guess, if they say, well, if Purdy wins, he's going to be on track to do Tom Brady crap. But it's just one if he wins. I mean, Jesus Christ. Both these quarterbacks are a long way from 7. We can't start talking about 7 until they get to 4 or 5. And then we think and look at their age. We just can't go, they're going to break Tom Brady's record. How the fuck do we know now? I mean, Jesus Christ. You got 2-0 for Purdy. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. As far as we know, this could be it for Purdy, like it was for Marino when he lost in his first Super Bowl. And they said he's going to win 10 or 20 of them. And how many did he win after that?
Well, actually, if I may, Almighty, I think they said he would. This was because he was getting beat. They said this is his first appearance of what could possibly be many, which ended up being several.
They didn't say they didn't say possibly. They said this will be the first of many Super Bowl appearances.
I mean, not winning.
And he never went back.
Yeah. I'm just saying not winning. I guess that was my fault. But yeah, you were right.
No. You were on a roll.
Wishful thinking.
I'm just thinking, look, but what zero? Because he would not agree to a fucking running game. He thought his goddamn arm was going to take him all the goddamn way.
I thought he never had a running back.
And he paid the price.
Yep.
So that's, I mean, I'm sure I'm cussing too much here for Roger's sake, but
my sake. Oh, hi, Marcia.
Please.
Thank you for joining us, Marcia.
So, but I'm just saying we can't get ahead of ourselves. And whoever wins this Super Bowl, I mean, if it's number 3 for Mahomes, well, then maybe we can start talking about. But we got to get up there yet. A lot can happen. Reed could retire. The team could just, and will they be able to keep absorbing his contract as it goes up and up and up as the salary cap goes up? Will he be willing to cut down so they can find the right players to keep the team, or will he be a salary cap hog? You got to take that into effect.
Yeah.
I mean, will he take a cut and rely on his commercials for was it State Farm?
For everything.
Whatever he's doing, I don't know. But we can't get ahead of ourselves. But real quick here, if I agree with NorCal, blowout 49ers side, close game Chiefs side. We'll see how this because we can't. It could be a defensive game. It could be one of those fuckers that remember the Rams and who else was supposed to have this big high in score and it was like 10-7.
Mm-hmm.
It was the Rams and who? The Rams and
the people they beat.
or whatever.
Yeah.
In that game, played when
only one person picked that score and won big at Las Vegas. I remember that part of it. They were.
Yeah.
I think it was like 12-9, wasn't it, or 12-7? Big dog. I can't.
I think it was 12-9.
And it was like, I mean, it was supposed to be this high scoring thing with the Rams. Who did the Rams play that year? They played Kansas City? No, they didn't play Kansas City. They play.
I don't remember.
Who cares? As a few years ago.
maybe
Unless
Philly
you're a Rams
special.
fan, I guess you're happy
remember
with
that.
that. But anyway, that's all I've got to say about that. Anime Girl, what do you think about the American NFL Super Bowl? Copyrighted 1960 something.
Well, let me see.
Oh,
What do I
oh,
think?
God.
Well, I think somebody's on a hiding to nothing. Not quite sure who, but I pinned my colours to the Chiefs because somehow I think the 49ers are going to trip themselves up.
I'm not sure if that was a sneeze. If it
We're-
was, bless you.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
We're
Gesundheit.
not the Kings. We go all the way.
Yeah, you want to bet?
Yeah.
Well,
You want it?
my thoughts are with you on your sovereign, who is not well. So
No, that's true. That's true. But then again, there is a spare, so we got no problem.
yeah, I'm sure you guys would love to see. Actually, you have the spare and the spare.
We got an heir and a spare. And the problem is the
Yeah.
spare is over there, thankfully.
Oh well, I meant the heir to the air. You guys are set for a little bit.
Yeah,
It's
there's
good.
the heir is over here, and you got the spare over there. It's a bit like he's a bit like the 49er, the spare. He's over there, so this is going to stay over there.
No.
So there you go.
I agree, Jay. So are those your thoughts on a big game for tomorrow?
Yeah. Well, as far as I'm concerned, yeah, I think the Chiefs are going to have a nice time playing a team that can't quite show up. Philly, what do you reckon?
Oh, we'll be there.
Wow. Jay, does the old boy come into play now? But all right. Philly's up.
Philly, what you got?
Hello, McFly.
I think on paper the Niners have more stars. I think on paper they're the better team, but I think the last few weeks shows that Kansas City's playing better ball, and the most talented team doesn't always win. Nobody's talking about this either, hardly. The Niners defense is number 2 in the league this year. They're great, and they got way more stars, I think, than Kansas City. But Kansas City's defense is number 1. So my prediction could be way off because it could be a really low scoring game, like you guys were referring to. But if you got the number 1 and 2 defense out there, what quarterback do you trust going against those defense in the big game?
Mm-hmm.
Mahomes has been at the Super Bowl 4 of the last 5 years. This is Purdy's first time. I think there's more pressure on the Niners to win. Kansas City doesn't have any pressure. They'll be playing more loose. So I trust Mahomes more than Purdy. That's why I think they're going to edge him out, but I think it's going to be really close.
Okay, the engineer is freaking out. Dude! And that was almost in his tone, but he's more respectful. He's like, dude. And oh my God! I'm nervous. I could hear him.
I partially
I'm nervous, Scorky.
I partially agree with what Philly Special said.
You
To
partially
the fact
agree? Does
that
make you half and half?
No, it's
take
what
partial.
he said as far as he said the Chiefs will play more loose because they've been there before. Mahomes has been there before. He's done it. Thus will be his downfall. He's going to be too overconfident and too loose. Purdy has something he has to show and to prove, and he's going to do it.
Especially if you tie him
No,
up.
he'll
Yeah,
probably
how
be
many
swamped by
rookies
the
have we
occasion.
seen do well when they show up in the Super Bowl? Yeah, I'm the most recent one I'm thinking is Cam Newton might have been. Just had one of the worst games of his life. But anyway, that is just one. It's rookies. Hey, it's just if they have it together or not. Vixen, I interrupted you.
No, he didn't interrupt me at all.
I spoke over you.
No, well, I just said, Purdy might be swamped by the occasion, which is why he may not quite throw as well as he's meant to. He may not make the connections that he's supposed to.
Wow. All right. Okay. Well, I do not have any particular prediction, but we'll go over our picks in a moment. Folks, these are two good teams. Duh. These are the teams that have survived. And I'm leaning towards the Chiefs. I just think that their quarterback, folks, what are we always talking about? We're always talking about experience, the regular hand, look, Mahomes, he has ice in his veins. There's no doubt. I mean, this kid has been able to find a way for a while now. And if I had money, it's already invested in a $79,000 bid for the Paramount Digital.
Oh, really?
I would, yes, we have a $79,000 all cash offer. You were asleep when I was talking about that.
No, I heard you.
No, he was on his way back from the future.
What a dick! Oh my! All right, good move. All right, I like it. All right, so I would go with the hired hand on this one, and this kid is, yeah, as it was mentioned, 4 out of 5. I would go with that. This kid finds a way to win. That's just my opinion, which matters not. And I think we went over everyone else. Jay, who's gonna win? We need your
All I
opinion,
know
Jay.
is next Saturday, some of us are going to be slinking back in here with the tail between our legs, and some of us are going to be on a high. Yep.
Only those that talk shite are going to be slinking back in here, and none of us do, unless you are NorCal girl.
Nope.
Oh, that's right. You said that they were going to wipe the Chiefs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you were just referring to yourself. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get
that was a given, wasn't it, Jay? Oh man,
yes. Thank you, folks. We're going to get to it right now. The big game is scheduled for 3:30 p.m. Pacific time, 6:30 Eastern. The game is on CBS. It is the San Francisco 49ers, who finished the season at 12-5, versus the Kansas City Chiefs, who will be the home team at 11-6. When you look at the comparables, 4 weeks only, these are not playoff numbers. You have they finished the season. The 49ers were second overall. The Chiefs were 9th in total offense. In total defense, you have the second best in the Chiefs, and the 49ers were 8th overall. So, folks, this is the upper quarter of the league. These are two of the better teams, no doubt. In passing, the 49ers actually outpassed Mahomes. They were 4th overall, whereas the Chiefs were 6th overall. And when it comes to rushing, oh my goodness, this is probably the biggest blowout number of all. The 49ers are the 3rd best in the entire league during the regular season. Obviously, they're in the Super Bowl, so you take it for what it is. The Chiefs ended up 19. Officially, the last time these two teams played was in 2022, and the Kansas City Chiefs. You see, that is the definition of wiped. 44-23. Wow. On
And
October
the
3rd, 2022.
and the comparables are 17-36.
Yep, that's crazy. So,
Yeah, have you
to give you
noticed? Have you noticed the number 17 also figures in this particular little get together besides the number 13?
is
Look
that
at it.
because they play 17 games?
Yeah, but no, look. San Francisco 12-5, 17. Kansas City 11-6, 17. And the 49ers add up to 17. Hey ho, just thought I'd put that out there.
That is impressive, Silver Vixen. That is impressive. And the big dog has returned now. So, folks, I'm going to go around the horn based on our
I beg your
images
pardon.
on screen. Watch it. So
What's your language there?
based
Dan
on our
Colonial.
images, we're going to go around the screen. Let's see. How do I do? Nope. Sorry. Didn't mean to do.
Whoa.
There it is. Yeah. All
That's
right,
pretty
here we go.
scary.
You just
Okay.
scared half the kids away.
Hey, stop it. Okay. We're going to go to Tortuga.
Did I lose you again?
I'll come back next week then.
We hear you, big dog. So actually, Tortuga, hold your whatever. Do right now the 40. Yeah, okay, we lost the big dog again. The 49ers, Las Vegas has them not updated. I cannot verify, but the 49ers are -1.5. Do we have a win probability?
Yes, we do. We do indeed. I got the 49ers at 53%.
53%. Wow. All right, it's going to be in a dome. So it's not going to matter very much. The big dog has returned. So do we have an injury report, ladies and gentlemen?
Yes, we do. If you want to see, the 49ers that I've got 2 out at this precise moment. The 2 are Verrett, the cornerback, is out with the shoulder, and Hawkins, the safety, is out with his wrist. The Chiefs, on the other hand, have got 3. We got Moore, the linebacker, is out with the mysterious undisclosed. The other 2.
Watch your languge. I mean, I'm
Yeah, I
getting
know,
tired
it's
of this.
disgusting, isn't it? We got Prince, the tight end, is also out with that disease. And Fernie, the guard, is out with a pectoral. That was a dinosaur bird, but never mind.
Good morning, Ron.
All right. Good. Do we have everyone there? Good morning, Roz, as Speedy suggested.
Come on,
Good
Ross.
morning. Hope
Morning,
you're doing well,
Ross.
young lady.
Good morning, Roz.
All right. So, folks, we're going to go around the horn then. And we're going to go first with La Tortuga.
Must I reiterate? It doesn't matter to me who wins or loses. It's a Super Bowl.
What a wet
400,
blanket.
You know.
I'm
Okay,
sorry. What was that,
Charlie.
Tortuga?
I said it doesn't matter who wins or loses in this one, and I've got some things to do tomorrow anyway, so I won't be home.
So you're not going to pick.
You know how
No.
blasphemous that is, not to watch the Super Bowl.
And not even to pick. But
I
okay.
agree.
All right.
Yeah.
I mean, you should at least give a pick. I mean, there's been plenty of times where you haven't watched the games because you're working or doing something.
I mean, that's enough to kick you back to England.
England.
What did you just say?
That's enough to keep them La Tortuga. All right, Speedy. Well, we're, okay. Wow. I'm glad you're standing up for yourself. Good for you. So, all right.
If I had to pick anybody, I picked the Chiefs to win then.
Oh,
yeah.
fuck that screwed it. You had to say it, didn't you? You had to
Yeah.
say it.
Wait, he said who?
I was trying to keep it minimal, and
Chiefs.
then everybody's like,
Oh, you rat! No.
Thank you, Speedy, for making a pick.
Yes,
You're welcome.
we are effervescently thrilled. What?
Yeah,
Hey,
we're
what are
absolutely
you drinking?
overjoyed with happiness. Ho, ho, ho.
It's the halftime show that counts. It is Usher, is it not this year?
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. That'll be interesting. I wonder how much he paid for this. Because remember, they changed the whole thing when Katy Perry was the first one that actually had a chance to. I don't know if it was bid on it, but she's the first one that actually paid to perform there, and everyone else has paid ever since. So I wonder how much he paid. But anyway, it's all good. Almighty,
What's
you
going
may have
on?
given your choice, but now it's got to be official. Who are you going for?
I am going with Tortuga and the Chiefs. And the Philly special, the man who lives in the future or the past. And probably he travels time like the Flash in the Speed Force. And
Excuse me,
coffee
Scott.
because he picks every
Mm.
team in the world.
Excuse me,
So I beat
scorekeeper. You put
Chiefs.
Almighty down twice now.
What's
Shut
going
up.
on?
Shut up.
Okay. Oh dear.
All right. Well, then, thank you, Almighty. I apologize for the interruption as you were going on in your soliloquy. Do you wish to finish it now, or are we going to go on for another 8 minutes?
No, I'm done. And a maker always tells me when it's over.
Okay. NorCal Grow, you've chosen the 49ers. Do you wish to be consistent with your pick?
Oh God, yes. My
Almighty
hometown
Yeah.
boys are gonna.
They're going to take it. Okay,
The,
NorCal
the
Grow.
Sacramento
Oh
Kings
yeah.
aren't playing.
I was born in the Bay. Trust me, they're my
I
hometown boys.
swear, I thought you were going to say I was born in East LA.
No,
Teach Marin.
I was born in
Yep.
Haight Ashbury,
Hate Ashbury.
Hippie Town,
Hate-
USA. Yes,
Hate Ashbury. How apropos. It's only you that would be born there. All right.
yeah, Hippie Town all the way.
Congratulations. Way to go, 69. All right. Gridiron Girl, what's it going to be?
Oh. You know what?
You're going with the Chiefs.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean, I know I just have one player that I just cannot stand. Shouldn't weigh me over not to pick them. So
Just curious.
yeah,
Who
I'm
who
gonna
is
go
that
with
one
the
player?
Chiefs.
Well, see, no, she has problem balancing because it's her hate for Mahomes and the fact that she's a Swiftie. So she has to see which one outbalances the other. So I guess her being a Swiftie is stronger than her hate for Mahomes.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Big Dog. I
But
have
shouldn't-
forgotten. She
But
just
shouldn't you
likes
go with
Mahomes.
the brother, the Chargers brother? Shouldn't you be one happy, collusive family?
Cohesive. Ooh. Wow.
Wait,
I'm
you
somewhat
lost me there. Sorry, I'm ill. You lost me.
Yeah.
You went over my head.
You are,
Cohesive. I like it.
That ain't hard because you're just a little girl.
Hey.
Oh, she is. Wow. The voice does. Yeah, it's.
I guess I was getting confused with the Ravens coach. I'm sorry.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, okay.
I had my blonde moment.
Okay, it happens.
No, I know.
Yeah, I guess when you shave, you lose your common sense, right? All right,
Yes,
Almighty.
yes. My power comes through my hair and that.
You are Beard Man?
My beard.
Samson.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay.
All right. Well, I
So it's
think.
I
gonna
have
be a
no
low.
hair.
It's gonna be a low scoring game.
I have no common sense.
I'm sorry, Gridiron Girl. It's
Wow.
going to be a what? A what?
Low.
I think it's gonna be a low scoring game. I don't think it's gonna be. I don't know.
So what are you thinking? 20-17?
That's not low. Is that low?
I don't know.
Oh, football
Um,
terms.
You're 5 feet one.
yeah.
You tell me. Is that
I
low?
mean, you can't be thinking 7.
14 to 10.
Ooh, that's low.
Oh yeah, that sounds good. Chiefs.
Shouldn't it be 13-0 to keep up?
Oh, there we go.
Ooh, the
All
first
right.
Super Bowl
That
shot.
would be so funny.
Right?
That'd be so funny if the Chiefs win and they win by 13. That'll be hilarious.
Or some sort of numerology. That would be funny if it actually is capped off with some sort of number like that. That's crazy. All
What do
right.
you
Well,
think of the
thank you,
chances of
Gridiron.
the game going into overtime?
Whoa.
I'm sorry, sir.
We,
What about it?
I said, what about the game going into overtime if we're talking low scoring? I mean, these two teams could go in 0-0.
Nah.
Okay, anything is possible. Wow. Have we ever had that situation? 0-0 going into Super. Look, there's a first time for everything.
No.
There is. I don't know. I'm just saying. I mean, these two teams could battle it out into overtime, which would be kind of cool, but that never really happens. I mean, so
I could see them going into overtime, but 0-0. Wow.
well, no,
Either too
something
often.
like
Hey, Trixie, are you okay? You're gagging again.
Uh-oh.
We've talked about that gag reflex. You gotta stop that.
I was waiting for Big Dog.
You know,
big.
everyone always waits for the big dog, but who
Yeah.
served it up for him? Who was the pitcher that threw the grapefruit so he could hammer it out of the stadium? No respect whatsoever. So, all right. Thank you, Gridiron Girl, for your pick.
Gridiron Girl, you know what'll solve that is a teaspoon of honey and a shot of tequila. In about an
Okay.
hour, it'll be all cleared up.
All right. I'll work on that.
Okie dokie.
Okie dokie. All right. Anime Girl,
Yes.
don't act like the big dog. Give me your damn.
Oh, I got to have a hero somewhere.
He's your hero.
Yeah.
Well, God bless the damn imperialists.
Yeah, I know. Isn't it damn? Anyway, colonialist, put me down for the Chiefs. I'm going with him. Going with him.
All right. Thank you. We
What
do
happened to
appreciate
sisterhood?
Sorry.
All I gotta say is the sisterhood is going with the Chiefs, not with the damn Niners.
it. You're going with
Yeah,
experience.
So what it could be is that you're going against their sisterhood, actually, there, NorCal Girl.
Yeah.
Well, Color Maven
Oh, yeah?
is joining Cowgirl.
Yeah, she went for
So it's 2-2.
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, the thing is, we've already got a plug on our side called Tortuga.
Oh, so you're saying it's 3-2 now?
No.
Tortuga, does Douses wishes to come to your own defense, or are you going to fast forward?
We're gonna fast forward.
Oh, for the love of God. Oh, for the love of God. Oh, for the love of God. Oh, my God. I love you, Speedy. Oh, my God. Thank you. Son of a Philly special. You are going with the Chiefs. Are you going to stick with them?
Yes, I am.
Oh, my God. Okay. All right. Thank you. Big Dog!
What's
Perro
up?
Caliente!
What's up?
What are you going for? And I'm glad you stuck through it. You were having difficulties. We could hear you. Obviously, you could not hear us. So thank you for sticking through it, man. I could hear a little bit of your frustration.
Yeah. First off, Purdy is not a rookie. It's his second year. And with that, I will be going with the Chiefs.
All right. The big dog howls his disdain for
The Chiefs, not the Niners. The Chiefs.
Fuck off.
All right, he's cross-eyed today. Don't worry about it. He's cross-eyed.
Me. All right.
In case you don't understand, I go with the Chiefs.
I can't do that anymore. So whenever I flash gang symbols, which I never did, with my carpal tunnel, even the gang members down the street are like, "What the hell's the matter with that freak?"
He's so slow.
Yeah. All right. Well, Big Dog, excellent choice. Thank you. And folks, I don't know if it's just going against the grain or not. I'm going to go with the Chiefs. I was burned whenever I went against Mr. Mahomes, and I'm going with the expert hand on this one. And I'm, as always, folks, I'm never an expert on this. I just am looking for an exciting game. If it's going to be a low-scoring game with these two teams that can score, they're always going to be a big play away from opening this game up. So
yeah, if this is a close game, it will probably go down to whoever has the ball last. Because both these quarterbacks and both these teams are that good that even if there's under a minute left, and they need a field goal, they need to get into field goal territory, both those quarterbacks can get you where you need to get.
Big Dog, thank you for that. I'm so sorry. Engineer,
Yeah.
I need you to state the obvious pick. I would like to know who you're going for. I know he did say 49ers, but now we're officially picking Engineer. I'm going to tentatively put you in on there.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised none of the Niner fans have said "Bang Bang Niner Gang." So, I mean, that seems to be the prevalent saying right now.
Yeah, we know.
It's too early in the morning for that BS.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Wow. And let's see. Jay did comment a few moments ago, so we'll see. But all right, folks, this is going to be capping off an incredible season. We have the reigning champ on with us, the Philly Special. It has been, folks, it has been an incredible year as far as the picks go. I want to thank everyone because with these picks, we're finishing the 15th season here on Sports Talk with the Guys. It is one of the few things that we did from day one, Big Dog, and we have stuck that shit through, man. It is funny because, as you all know, we started in November. So we were already well into that season, and we just started doing it the very next season. That's why we're in our 15th year of doing this. And, folks, there are people that are bigger than Sports Talk with the Guys. There are people that are smaller than Sports Talk with the Guys. But unlike all those pathetic losers, we're still here. So,
I'll do the recap whenever you're ready.
All right. Take Gridiron Girl's job. Go for it, Big Dog.
Well, she's sick. So, for the Niners, we have NorCal Girl, Dream, Color Maven, and Engineer.
Oh,
For
so
the
girls
Chiefs,
all stayed for the 49ers. Good for them.
so for the Chiefs, we have Coffee, Z, Philly Special, Almighty, Tortuga, Mocosa, Anime Girl, Big Dog, and Scorekeeper. That's why I wanted to do this.
I'm so sorry. All right. That was just for you. Folks, I got to tell you, I mean it, folks. Look, we've had some incredible, colorful characters doing this over the years, but this year was one of the best. And congratulations to the Philly Special. Got to talk off air, buddy, because I've always tried to give a prize to the winner. Gridiron Girl got a statue of the Dodger pitcher from me. I got to see what you're going to win as a prize. Next year, we're going to be a bit more official up front. We're probably going to have just amongst us. I'm sorry, Big Dog.
No, I just thought of the perfect prize that you could get away with. Back in the early 80s, Marvel Comics used to do what they called a no prize. And that was if you caught something in their comic books that was incorrect and you corrected them and you were the first one to get that correction into them, they would give you the no prize. I actually won one time and I was so excited until I got my prize. And the prize is exactly what it says, no prize. It's an envelope that's from Marvel Comics and it's stamped Marvel Comics no prize, and you open it up and ain't shit inside of it because it's no prize.
It's funny, Big Dog, but you realize that those are now, I would imagine those are worth
those are worth some money, yes.
Wow, that is cool. All right. Well, folks, there we are. I'm going to transition over where I'm going to post these items on the page. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now.
I'll pull up the page. Let me know when you're ready. Yeah, I'll check it.
Big Dog to take over right now as I go ahead and disappear and go over there and do that. So let's switch back. And, oh, no, not that one. Here we go. Oh, all right. Almighty. That's so funny, dude.
He's Joe Belichick in our chat room.
Yeah, all right. I appreciate that, Almighty. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And
Purdy, blah, 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 blah,
Okay. We get the point, Almighty.
blah, 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 ass.
Uh, since you're talking Belichick, so it's come out that the Atlanta Falcons have come out and said that Belichick never asked for total control of the team, but that he after the first interview they felt that he just didn't fit into what they foresaw the Falcons going forward with Belichick. So supposedly that's why he never got that second interview. In other news, the Raiders, of course, as we were on air last week, the news came in that Cliff Kingsbury removed himself from consideration of the offensive coordinator, but now they are expected to sign Luke Getsy as their new offensive coordinator, who was, I don't know if we'd want to hire. Now, this one I question because he was fired by the Bears, who were horrible offensively all year long, and now he's a Raider. So,
doesn't that make sense for the Raiders?
I'm sorry?
Doesn't that make sense for the Raiders?
No, because we're trying to turn this shit around.
No, it doesn't sound like it.
Well, we got the new GM. We got our coach, who shows all the old values of the Oakland Raiders and LA Raiders, and now Antonio Pierce. Couldn't think of his name real quick, but now we're going to get. I don't know. Philly special. Where are you at? What do you think about Getsy going to the Raiders? Well, Philly's away.
Well,
Philly
look,
must be dropping a special.
Well, the Patriots have never had much of an offense. They've gone through a lot of quarterbacks as well. They've signed them.
I know.
They do have a quarterback now.
They do?
Well, if they let him run. Not pass, but if they let him run, he's okay. But I remember was it last year or the season before? They just kept him in the pocket, and they were losing, and then Fields took off, and they started to win, so they let him go because they're trying to protect him. They weren't. They didn't know they weren't letting him use his Lamar Jackson speed and stuff. But still, they don't have a quarterback, and to hire someone that. Probably ranked in the 20s as far as offense goes. The Bears weren't in any kind of contention. I have to agree with you, Big Dog, that it is a suspicious sign for a team that is trying to go forward, unless they saw something that we all missed, which is I don't know what, because like you said, they're trying to change their whole image. They're trying to get back to the old Raider ways. And to hire someone that floundered in Chicago, unless they feel. One last thing here, dog. That's not his fault.
Yeah, I know. I had a feeling that's where you were going. The other question I was going to have ask you, or Philly, and actually everybody, what do you think they're going to do with Jimmy G? Are they going to just release him? Were they going to go a year with him now that hopefully he's healthy? Yeah, that's my exact comment there, scorekeeper. With Jimmy G. That yawn was perfect.
Sorry.
Well, are they ready to go with the rookie?
Yes.
Well, I don't know, because remember, Jimmy G was hurt, so they had to go with the rookie. They had no choice.
Well, I'm just saying, now, feel confident to keep him and get rid of Garoppolo.
Oh, I don't know. See, that's the part.
Hey, well, do you agree to be in a backup? If they want
do you give Jimmy G a chance because he was hurt all last year, so he really didn't prove anything to the Raiders.
But he's always hurt.
Yeah, I know.
Well, how healthy did he stay in San Francisco? That's why Purdy's playing, for crying out loud. Let
me see. Go ahead, keep going. I'm gonna look him up.
Saying, how much money do you want to sign him though? If you can sign him to a reasonable contract, yeah, you keep him and have him compete with what's that quarterback's name? Arian? Yeah, Andre?
Aryan, I think it's Aryan Nation. I think is the name.
Aryan Nation? Yeah, we're gonna get really in trouble for that one. So
Okay, here we go. In 2019, he played all 16 games. In 2020, he only played 6. In 2021, he played 15 games, and in 2022, he played in 11, started 10 of them. So actually, 1, 2, 3 of the last 4 years, not counting the Raiders, the previous 3 of the 4 years, he played almost the entire season each year.
but
Except
those
for that
were
1
early-
year.
But it seemed like they were the earlier years when he first started, though, Big Dog. I mean, I don't know. I'm going to say Big Dog, and I'll let the Philly man, the champ, the Rocky man, do 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 do. And I swear to God, he ran up those stairs. He went to Philadelphia just to do that, to run up those stairs and dance around.
And here we go again.
Yep.
Zombie apocalypse.
Yep. Here
Duck and cover.
Duck and cover. But I'm just going to say if they can get him at a reasonable contract, they keep him and have they compete, Big Dog. You don't give him some kind of huge starting quarterback salary.
I agree to that. Let me see what his contract situation is.
See, when you're talking Garoppolo, all kinds of sirens go off because warning bells, everything else, that should tell you right there what the
Okay,
problem Garoppolo should be.
Oh, fuck me.
Well, I got
God damn it.
first, Big Dog. Gosh darn it.
No.
At least buy him a drink.
Jimmy G is under contract till 2026.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about him being.
Well, no, I was just thinking because I mean they could release him and they're gonna eat all that money, but so he's getting paid. He's guaranteed $45 million still.
Jesus.
And that's his guarantee, but his average salary is $24,250. So he's got 3 years and 72, almost $73 million left on his contract.
Is that all guaranteed?
Just 45 of it is guaranteed.
Just 45.
Right.
45 is guaranteed. Get rid of that fucker. God, Jesus. 45 against the salary cap of what? 100 and whatever it is going to be this year.
Yeah, that's still a hell of a hit though. So I'm pretty sure. I mean, they're going to go. I mean, knowing that he's under contract for at least 2 more years, the Raiders I don't think have a choice but to go with him for at least for a year. But having the rookie there, knowing that he did well, I think if Jimmy G after maybe 4 games does not show anything, they're going to pull the plug on him real quick.
Yeah, probably. So anyway, I said my piece. Anybody else have anything to say about the Garoppolo?
I want Philly's opinion on that.
Well, I was thinking about first the offensive coordinator they got from Chicago. The only saving grace I could see is maybe he wasn't calling the plays. Maybe the head coach was calling the plays.
Okay.
So maybe it wasn't. He didn't have full control. That's the only excuse I could see. I don't know why they would hire this guy unless he didn't have control.
When I saw that, I was like, why are we hiring someone from the Bears?
That failed with the Bears offense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know. But as far as Jimmy G, I agree with you, Big Dog. With that contract, they're going to have to go with him.
Yeah.
And he's going to have a little bit longer leash. So I think, at least go 6 games with him. But the pressure of the rookie quarterback behind him, if he stays healthy, maybe he could last another year of those 3 years. I just don't see the Raiders staying with him.
Yeah, I don't either. I think just because of the size of the contract, they have no choice.
Exactly.
And one thing I didn't see about, maybe you mentioned it, was that coach got fired and then got hired again. That Getsy, right? They fired him and then they got hired again. So that's really wasn't like they that's weird. But I guess we'll see how he does. I mean, you better hope for the best there again, Speedy, for your Raiders team.
Yeah.
It's tough, scorekeeper.
It'd be better choices out there.
Raj, it's up.
His finger.
Yep, it's there.
So he fucked up.
Cricket. Nothing but crickets.
Crickets?
Buddy
No,
Holly.
Crickets.
no.
Well, okay.
Don't shake your head at me, Tortuga.
How about the BS we hear about Mike Vrabel not getting a job because of his size? He's too intimidating to hire. That's the dumbest thing I think I've ever heard.
Who said that?
It's all over the NFL.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Mike
then that would include Bill Belichick,
No, he's a little guy.
but he's still intimidating.
No, they're saying just because of his size.
Just because he's so huge?
Because he's
Yeah,
6'5" and 300 pounds or whatever.
He cannot play the
Oh,
line
my.
anymore, Big Phil.
It's so dumb.
So,
Yeah, man, that's something.
wouldn't you want an intimidating coach to get these people scared and ready to play?
I wish the Eagles hired Vrabel.
those
I love
days
Vrabel.
are over, men and women.
No, we need to have a big man, big
The
macho,
pussification of
macho
America
Izzy out
continues.
the ass and go in there and say, "You better, what the hell's going on out there?" That's what we need. But that's
Philly,
crazy, though, Philly. Did you actually read that somewhere?
Yeah, I did, and I don't remember where, but I'm sure.
I think I remember seeing that in a couple of different places. I think it's
Yeah.
Sporting News, and I think
That's
Sports. I think Sports Illustrated had it also.
Yeah, it wasn't just one place.
Oh,
Yeah, it was a couple, and I laughed. I was just like,
So
"You
did I.
gotta be kidding me!"
Well, that's the thing is neither into the offseason, we thought Belichick and Vrabel would be hired as head coaches right away, and that neither of those materialized. So I don't know if Bill Bill only interviewed with two teams, right? Just not the Eagles, but the Falcons and Washington Commodes.
Yeah,
And I don't think Belichick has enough time to fix the Commodes. I mean, he's not going to live to be 100 to fix that damn thing.
even that won't be no time.
Yeah, but he's not going to be. I'm not going to make him immortal. I'm thinking about making him immortal so he can coach. But
Thing is, with
I
the
think-
Commodes, when your name rhymes with the White House, what do you expect?
I think in Belichick's situation, I think he was looking for a spot where he could turn it around in a couple of years only.
well,
Yeah,
yeah,
you're absolutely right. He's not looking long term. He's already done his time. I think he's what is he, like 70 now?
72, I believe.
Yeah, so
1 or 72. He's already turned, and that's why I was hoping that the Browns would not make the playoffs. They would fire Shanahan, or not Shanahan. What's his name?
yeah,
And then
Your guy.
hire Bill Belichick back because he already has the parts. He has the parts there in Cleveland to finish the job that he was doing back in '96.
I think his prime spot where he wanted didn't materialize because the Cowboys did not fire their head coach. I think he was going to go to the Cowboys. I really do.
Do you think but wouldn't that be a big button head every day with Jones? Oh my God! I mean, I see what you're saying.
I think
that would
Belichick.
be drama every day for sports people.
I think Belichick would have been the one guy to say, "Look, you know what I can do. You know what your team has done. Let me do my thing. I'll get you the championship." And I think Jerry Jones would actually, as scorekeeper would eloquently say, he would acquiesce to Belichick.
Huh?
No,
Yeah.
I can't see Jerry Jones doing that at all to any damn coach. Don't matter who the hell it is.
But every year they say that Jerry Jones is going to fire that guy, and he never does. So is Jerry Jones that committed to this guy that loses the first playoff game?
Jerry Jones will not fire anybody who's still under contract. I heard he's very cheap.
Yes, I've
Oh,
heard
yeah.
that also, big
he's
time.
Listen, Jerry Jones is so tight he squeaks when he fucking walks. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but he doesn't have much time either to win another Super Bowl. I mean, he's run out of time for Belichick. I mean, come on.
The way they are, I'm sorry to say it to Anime Girl and any of the other Cowboy fans out there. I have said it before over the last few years. The Cowboys aren't going to win another championship until Jerry Jones is out. As far as doing the day-to-day stuff. If he would just be the owner and the owner only, then they would have a chance. But until he takes his fingers out of the cookie jar, so to speak, they're not going to win.
And also,
At least in my opinion.
weekly radio shows that traumatize the team. I mean, he's always blah 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 blah. And that weekly show in Texas that everyone talks about because he always says something to piss somebody off. But anyway, anyway, scorekeeper, where'd you go?
He's probably getting coffee or something.
Goes took him.
Philly, what did you
talk about? Anybody else have an opinion on whatever we were talking about? The Raiders and the offensive coordinator, the Cowboys, or Jerry Jones? And Bell.
Well, I found that article on Mike Vrabel. It was first posted by The Athletic.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
The comment was made by anonymous GM. About his quote was talking about Mike Vrabel. He's a very large human being and can be very intimidating to people in an organization. So I mean,
he's talking about the front office being scared of this big guy.
Yes.
They don't want to poke the bear. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Is that crazy?
That is
sounds like the gingerbread man
that
when he
is
first
screwed
got
up.
bloody straight, doesn't it?
Oh well.
Philly, what did you think about the Seahawks hiring the Cowboys defensive line coach Aiden Durid to be their new defensive coordinator?
Yeah, I did not. It's the first I've heard about that.
I was surprised.
Yeah, that is surprising. I don't know much about him though.
Yeah, that's a big promotion too, to go from
That
a linebackers coach to be a defensive coordinator.
Right.
That is interesting. I think that will help the Seahawks.
I hate the Seahawks, so I hope they crash and burn. So,
is there any team you do like, Big Dog? I mean, the Celtics,
yeah, I like the Raiders. I like the Packers. I like the Chiefs. I like the Niners. Well, now that Pete Carroll is away from the Seahawks, maybe I'll come around to them, but I doubt it. I just don't like them.
Well, I kind of like the Seahawks since the Jim Zorn days.
Okay.
And those colors they had back then, that didn't glow in the dark.
Oh, those are crazy uniforms. Last thing that I have about in the NFL that I saw was that Amazon and their Prime Video, they're going to start. They get one playoff game next season.
Oh, is this with or without adverts?
Well, it depends if you have Prime or not.
$110 million for that game.
Let's see. It says Amazon Prime will carry an NFL postseason game next season, according to multiple reports. It will be the second straight year that an important NFL game will be carried exclusively on a streaming platform. NBC Universal paid $110 million for the rights to air the one game next year, or next season, excuse me, with Amazon expected to pay more if this works out.
Oh, okay. What do you mean it works out? It's not a done deal yet?
Well, in other words, they only signed it for 1 year. Okay. So if it works out for Amazon, that they got the viewership and blah, 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 then they're going to go with an extended contract.
So the Amazon seems to be wanting to take over the NFL. They've already got the Thursday night. Now they've got a game. So, and they can afford it.
Did you guys read about the Fox, Disney, Amazon? I forget who else. They're trying to. The news broke that they're forming
like a sports network or something, right?
Oh, there you go.
Wow. But that's par for the course. I mean, I know fans don't like it.
Well, for live sports.
Yeah, but the fact though is, I think with all these different companies, I think too many chefs in the kitchen, so to speak. So I don't know how that'll work.
Well, they did it with Hulu. They'll make it work.
I mean, seriously. Peacock didn't cost that much to pay and watch that game. I mean, but Amazon Prime is a little bit more pricey than Peacock.
Yeah, they didn't want to pay $99. They didn't want to pay $9.99 for the cock.
Yeah, and I have canceled my Prime membership.
Really?
I'm not going to pay extra for the videos. I really only had Prime for the video, free video, and free shipping. Whenever I buy from Amazon anyway, it's not next day like they promise. It isn't anymore. and they got away with it in COVID, and they've kept it going. So why am I paying extra for Prime if I'm not going to get it the second day?
All
It's
right.
only select items that are second day. Think about that. So
But,
I have
but
canceled
this
my
is
Prime.
back a few 10 years ago
I'm not going to pay extra.
when I would hit that certain $25 or $35.
I think it's either 35 or 45 now, which is what I do
Well,
anyway. I don't buy paper
yeah.
clips.
But back then it was like 25.
Yeah.
And I
It's
got
25. It's still 25.
and I got it the next day, and I'm thinking, well, why do I want to pay extra? And I'm still getting it the next day for the, 25, hitting that number.
It's because you could buy a box of paper clips and it would be no charge. And
Well,
there was a
that's where I
convenience.
bought when I hit that free shipping number. No matter what I did, I got it I got the next day or 2 days, and that's what my thing was. Well, why do I need to pay for something when I'm getting that fast delivery anyway?
Yeah. Well, now what it is, it's $25. If you, depends on what you're buying, of course, but it's $25 and you'll get it next day. Then if you have Prime, you're guaranteed 2-day delivery.
Sure.
Listen,
On select items. It's not all. of them.
I always get my Amazon Prime in 2 days, and if I don't, I call and they give me a $10 credit.
Yeah, I was
No,
getting.
Really.
I could order anything off of a certain Amazon site, and I can guarantee you there is no way on this planet they're going to get it within 2 days.
Right.
Yep.
Yep.
And
Because
like
I'm
I
in
said,
Britain
I'm not
and I
paying extra.
buy from Amazon Japan. And there is no way on this planet they're going to get something from Japan to Britain in 2 days.
Right.
Ain't happening.
Well, okay, but that's saying if I ordered from Japan too, I'm not going to get it in 2 days.
No, and
Yeah, that's when
Within your country. Within your country.
that's when you call them and ask for your credit.
Yeah.
And good for you. I'm glad that they're able to give you the money on that. Like I said, I don't, because
I didn't think about
everything I
getting
buy
$10 credit.
is
Thank
over
you for that.
45
Thank you for
anyway.
that tip, Mr. Philly. Because if I don't get it, I'm going to make a phone call.
And
If
what
we get a hold of anybody.
And Big Dog, you said 25. I thought I only paid $14.99.
No. If you don't have Prime.
Oh, if you don't have Prime.
Yeah, there's certain items that'll tell you can get it next day as long as you spend $25 or more.
Oh,
Then they say they'll get it to you next day automatically.
Yeah, there's a ceiling. They have a ceiling for that. Yeah.
Thank you,
Yeah.
scorekeeper. We didn't need to hear that.
Well, don't forget it's on approved items only for that.
Yeah, that's what I'm
not
saying.
everything.
Yeah, that's what I said on certain
Yeah.
items.
Yeah, Prime. Yeah, approved items. And
Now,
so,
Prime is if it's all Prime, once you hit Prime, then it's supposed to be guaranteed 2-day, and I hold them to that. I'm like, I'm paying for it. I want my 2 days.
Right.
well, I pay for the 14 just to get the Prime, the movies and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Well, I use that also, but I don't order as much as I used to, but I used to order a bunch from Amazon, so it was worth it for me. Now I'm like,
And now they want you to pay extra to get commercial free like everybody else. So that kind
Yeah,
Well,
additional $3.
that sucks.
that's what pisses me off about Peacock. I'm paying the $9.99, which of course is not a lot, but still the fact that I'm paying $9.99, and when I'm watching like the wrestling pay-per-views that come on there for free, they put commercials on it, and I'm like, well, that's why I got the streaming for, so I don't get commercials.
Exactly.
That's why I like
put commercials on your wrestling shows there, Big Dog?
I'm sorry.
They still put the commercials on your wrestling?
Yes, that's what they started about maybe 2 years ago, where they only did like 1 or 2 commercials. Now, after maybe like every 2 matches, they'll go with like 5 minutes worth of commercials, and I'm just like, this is not what I'm paying for. But I didn't hear quite what you were saying, Philly. Something about Shudder or something?
Yeah, if you're a horror movie fan like me and Almighty, Shudder's awesome. There's no commercials, and it's like $5 a month.
Oh, I'll look into that.
Yeah, that's the one thing I liked about that.
I like my horror.
I love Shudder. It's awesome.
Oh, AMC Plus? Yeah.
I used to. You know me. I'm such an asshole. So I would put on a horror movie where like it was a zombie one or whatever, where blood and guts are coming out, and then I would sit and serve myself spaghetti, and I'm eating the spaghetti with my kids.
Oh yeah,
Dad,
definitely.
They're like, Dad, what are you doing? I'm like, it made me hungry.
And Shudder also has some good original programming too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it does.
and I'm sure
So
you'll.
Shutter is what, AMC Plus
Yeah,
or their
AMC.
version?
If you get it out, I mean, I get mine through Prime, my subscription.
Okay.
It's only $7.99, Philly.
I don't get it through Prime. I don't know. I pay for a year, and it's like $60 for a year.
Okay. That's
Okay. So
Yeah,
$5.
isn't it 69 something?
yeah. Okay.
Like 69.98 or something like that.
You get the 69 message. Okay.
Well, no, she just buys anything that has 69 in it.
Yep. You want to? Yeah. I think Roger is just giving up on the ship.
I think Roger's dead. Oh, hey, no, he's not. Okay.
Let's hit the iceberg.
No, I'm sorry, folks. I
You
hope it
threw-
didn't come out on video.
Yes, it did. It did.
I'm
It
sorry.
did.
I've told you. I'm taking 7 different types, and it's difficult at times. And the gag reflex was not faked. I'm so sorry. I did throw up. I apologize. That's why
Not even gonna joke.
So sorry. It's not a good morning, but
That's
So
not
you guys
not
really
even a
hear me?
grapefruit.
I'm
That's
so
not even a
sorry.
grapefruit, man. He's throwing me basketballs now, and I'm not gonna go for it.
Anyway,
That's
folks,
true.
without being disgusting, did you hear it?
Ye-
I'm sorry.
We heard it. And we saw it.
Shit, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I'm
it
here, too.
happened. I had to take 3
We can
different
put that on
ones
the
right
highlight
now,
reel.
and it's just it may be. Damn it, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry for that. It's hard. The body's starting to reject some of it. It's like, damn, I gotta take it again and again and again. Sorry, folks. Sorry for the theatrics. If it's funny, well, then damn it, it's funny. But it sure didn't feel that way. Sorry.
Yeah.
It didn't look that way either.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, it
No,
certainly
it
didn't look
didn't.
that way at
I'm
all.
sorry. Jeez. I'm gonna have to go back. Ugh.
So on the 8th, 2/8/24, of course, the Lakers unveiled. Everybody
Yeah.
was wondering what the statue was going to be. The statue ended up being from his 81-point game with him with the number, pointing number 1 up in the air. I thought it was a great tribute statue to him. I was a bit surprised because I thought they were going to go, since he had 2 numbers, I thought they would put like the number 8 on the front and the 24 on the back, or vice versa. And I don't know how I felt about what they announced afterwards or just before they unveiled it. So, of course, many Lakers are in there with the statues. Kareem's there, Magic's there, Jerry West, Elgin Baylor, Shaq, all legends in the NBA. And for whatever particular reason, I don't know why it's rubbing me the wrong way. It shouldn't, but it is. But they announced just before that statue was unveiled that Kobe is getting 3 statues in the statue court, so to speak. That one, there will be one with his number 24, and then there will be a third one with him and his daughter Gigi.
Oh, really? That's cool.
Yeah. It's cool, but I don't know if I would put them all in with everything. Kobe's already got the 1 statue. If you want to put those statues in other parts of crypto, formerly Staples, that would be fine. But I don't know about having 3 statues in that area.
You know, it's a great honor. I like it. We always forget about the other people that were with him that lost their lives that day, too.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying they should get statues, but, they should still acknowledge that, hey, these were with, this family was with them, too, and their lives going to a basketball game. And,
well, they might do that. They might do that with the statue with him and Gigi. So,
yeah.
But those other 2 statues said they will be, of course, at a later date be put out, but that date was not verified or confirmed at this time.
Yeah.
Is there any other Laker fans that have any comments, like Roger?
Everybody
Oh, I don't know if
everybody
I have
seemed to
any
be happy,
comments.
according to the fans that were there that they were interviewing. No one really talked about having the 3 statues, but I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
Is this statue or the image that you showed us? Is it colored? I mean, does it have?
It seems like this one is actually colored because all the other ones are all bronze, 100% bronze. And this one looks like it's bronze, but they colored his jersey white. So,
It is.
uh,
Huh? It has a color to it.
yeah, so I'm very interested in seeing it live. Because to me that sure looks like it's white. I mean, and all the other one, well, the other ones did have a gold tone to them a little bit. So, but I thought it was a beautiful statue. I thought it was a nice representation of Kobe, at his greatest moment, scoring the 81 points.
Okay, everything gone quiet. What's happened?
Yeah.
It happens on this program.
Well, we had to turn off the second siren of the day, so
So
Damn, I thought we'd all gone home.
when do your sirens go off, Almighty? I'm talking about the outside sirens, not yours, because they're always going off.
yeah. Well, it depends on what. So, because some Saturdays they go off at 11:30 my time.
Okay.
Sometimes it's just 11:30. So I don't know if they're going to do an 11 o'clock or not each Saturday that I do this. I know it's going to go off at 11:30 like clockwork, like it does every day except Sunday, which drives me nuts. But that's why I'm on medication. So it reminds me of my time. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, it's just like I said, it could be 11, but for sure 11:30 Eastern time, which would be what 9:30 your time.
No.
8:30.
No.
8:30.
All right. So it'll
Leave
be
the
kind of
math
early
to
for
us.
you guys.
We're always behind. We have enough time to work it out. So when we catch up, we fast forward and catch up to you. We've already
Well,
worked out the
I
math.
try to keep track of the time and hit it before it goes off.
Just hit it. Don't worry about
We
it.
don't mind. It's fun.
But not twice is a little too much. Once maybe, twice.
Dude, hit it all you can, all right? Just
I
shut up.
try to hit it all I
Yeah,
can. Me and my big bottle of Viagra running around. Trying to hit
We
it.
are talking about this hitting things. We
is
are
that your
talking about
Halloween
that time,
costume?
aren't we?
Ladies and gentlemen, sadly, the medication did not blur the image. I saw the image.
Yeah.
Right.
Make notice.
Usually
Well-
at this hour I can look up and I don't see it, but thank you, Almighty, for that image, you running around with that.
Well, Almighty can have a cup of coffee in one hand and donuts in the other hand and still ring the
Oh,
doorbell.
stop it!
Don't even go there.
Stop it!
Damn.
Why would you bring that up?
A long
Why
time.
would you bring that
The
up?
Viagra. That's what brought it up.
Oh, that's bad. Yeah, well, let's stop thinking about bringing
Stop
things
it!
up, considering
Yeah.
And actually, folks, the reason why I had to run outside as well is because there was a lot of activity. The dogs were barking, and I heard a lot of movement. And sure enough, someone was doing some illegal dumping. So I had to go out there, and I just had to
Illegal
make my
dumping?
presence felt. Oh yeah, dude, I'm 3 feet away, and the garage
You
door's
gotta
right
go.
here.
You gotta go.
Yeah, so I had to go back there, and they were trying to do the dumping. I just stood out there. I'm
Well,
like,
you get one of those
please
porta.
Oh.
proceed, assholes.
One of
And
those
they
porta
Exactly.
johns.
left.
That'll
I'd
take
be
care of-
racking something.
No. If they're on the property, I can use a self-defense thing, but no, they
Yeah.
were not on the property. They were in
Oh,
the alley,
okay.
but it was obvious what they were doing. And I just stood out there, I'm like, proceed,
He was on my
dumbass.
property, so I
And
shot
the
him.
funny thing is that I think I've told everyone that over the last few years, there are new people that have moved in. Every house in the alley has a camera. I'm like, how stupid are these dumbasses? I mean, really?
It's LA.
No, this is actually hell. I mean, Pomona. And if you can see it at night when someone walks by. The kids used to walk through the alley all the time and causing ruckus, but even they know there are cameras. So these idiots that try to do the illegal dumping, like, dude, It's like every house has cameras. We were the only one when we moved in that had night lights that had the motion stuff. But now it's like there's 4 of them on that side that it always goes off. There's Belichick again. Speaking of cameras, Belichick.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice.
Um,
And
I had one interesting, kind of sad report up in the NBA. So ex-player Scott Pollard, he played for the Celtics, won a title that I don't talk about in 2008 with the Celtics. But anyways, he's 6'11", but now he needs a heart transplant. Uh, and it's made, and I didn't realize this, and I should, especially since I have a bad heart. But it says he needs a heart replacement, but it's more difficult for him to find donors because of the size of his body and weight, that they need a heart that's strong enough to pump to supply blood to his extra large body. Says he was admitted to intensive care in at the Vanderbilt University Medical Center in Nashville, Tennessee on Tuesday, and he will remain there until he finds a donor with a heart big enough to match. He says, I'm staying here till I get a heart. My heart got weaker. The doctors agree this is my best shot at getting a heart quicker. Says at nearly 7 feet tall and with a playing weight at the time at 260, not sure if he's heavier or lighter or what. It says Pollard's size rules out most potential donors for a heart to replace one that, due to a genetic condition, was most likely triggered by a virus he contracted in 2021. Now, his heart right now, this is the crazy part. His heart right now is beating an extra 10,000 times per day. And half of his siblings have the same condition, as did his,
Extra 10,000.
yes,
Wow.
yes, as did his father, who died at 54 when Scott was 16. Let's see, blah, 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 blah. Says he's been aware of his condition at least since his father died in the 90s. And it wasn't until he got sick 3 years ago that it began to affect his quality of life. He says, it feels like I'm walking uphill all the time. Well, I know that one.
That's crazy, folks, because if you just, someone who is healthy, their heart rate is under 60 beats a minute. So if you put it maybe at 54, 55 beats a minute, someone who is healthy, that's approximately 80,640 beats a day. And Big Dog said it's 10,000. My God, that's more than 10% of normal. That is unreal.
Slight correction. I'm sorry, Raj, but 64 beats would be an athlete. The norm is 72 to 80.
Correct.
Okay, well,
At least that's what my heart doctors told me.
that's
So,
okay. Then you know what? I had a great heart until I died because I was under 60 regularly when I was a high schooler. But I was just going by that. I said anyone, and my doctor at the time said, "Hey, dude, you're okay for now." So
Well, that makes
okay,
me
well,
feel good.
it doesn't
I'm at
matter.
60. I'm always right around 60, so that makes me feel good.
Yeah, and
I like your doctor.
yeah, I had it under 62. I consider myself fortunate. But
see,
anyway,
my heart beats at about between 58 and 60, but my fraction rate's only 27%. So
yeah,
they would love it if they could get my heart rate to go up to 72 or 80, but it's not capable anymore.
but that's
Hang out with Raj more.
I'm sorry. Oh no, poor Big Dog would be dead, man. He doesn't need the high stress, high unnervingness. Big Dog, you are
I
a
don't I don't
lot more carefree.
I don't have your ADHD, so I'd be
Big
fine.
Dog would die in my universe, and so when we get together, usually once or twice a week, that's good. If Big Dog lived in my universe, he'd be dead already.
No, because I'd be like, why are you worrying about that, Raj? It'll take care of itself. Don't
You
worry.
are now.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
And that's what I said. Damn the Big Dog because he's good at that. Big Dog's line is, "I don't care." That drives me to drink. Every time Big Dog says, "I don't care," notice I flinch. I'm like,
Yeah, you do.
and I'm like,
I've noticed that.
no respect, no respect.
Well,
But I
I
envy
have
that
more.
of him.
I have more so taken the attitude of if it's out of your control, don't worry about it
All I heard was,
because of my condition. So I have taken that stance over the last 5 years, more so than my casualness that I used to exude. I've
oh,
got
oh.
Yeah. You hear that? Used to.
yes.
But I love the.
No, in other words, I've gotten worse. You can either say I've gotten worse or I've gotten more casual. But either way, if it's out of my hands, why put stress on my body that can't handle stress as it is? Why
And
put
right,
that stress on there if there's nothing I can do anyways?
and that's what I mean. That if Big Dog spent more time on my universe, he'd be dead already.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably because you'd probably kill me because I'd be like, Raj, don't
Yes,
worry. I'd be
that's
like,
what I
Raj, don't
mean.
worry about it.
The little chihuahua. It's jumping up and down.
Yeah. And
I
me,
thought
like
it
I
was
said,
a bullseye when I chose a Chihuahua, man.
and like I said, when I said I would be the Siberian Husky, which just kind of lays around, doesn't do nothing till it's time to
Right.
take care of business.
Exactly.
You know, and I hear the rock move, and I'm barking away, and the Siberian's like, "What the hell's your problem, dude? You realize how many rocks I run over?"
And I hear the rock, and I'm just like, okay.
Well, yeah, that's yeah.
Yeah. Big Dog, when he hears the rock, he's like, okay, I'm going back to sleep. Go back over.
Yep.
But by the way, regarding that player, the minute the Big Dog, gave his dimensions, I was like, "Oh yeah, I think he would be at a disadvantage." That's a shame.
Yeah. So they need to find a heart strong enough to be able to pump through that entire 6'11" body of his.
Yeah, he is at a serious disadvantage on that. Wow,
It
that's a
almost
shame.
sounds like Andre the Giant, kind of in a way.
To a point. I mean, Andre did die of congestive heart failure, but that was because of his genetic condition. I mean, he had
Yeah.
giantism. So he was going to continue to get bigger and bigger until he unfortunately died at only I think it was 43 or 45.
Something like that. Yeah.
But the thing is, the Big Show, Paul White, he is 7'2" and had the same thing, giantism, but he had the surgery in his 20s to take out his pituitary gland that was causing the giantism. So he stopped it. So he stayed at 7'1" or whatever he is.
Yeah.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, take this for what it is. At health.harvard.edu,
Okay.
based on your range of age, this would be your target range, which is good for you. I am just short of 55, and my heart rate, target heart range would be 83 to 140. The average maximum heart rate would be 165. That does surprise me a little bit because I do get alarms when my heart rate is over 120, which is kind of
If my heart goes to 165, it'll stop. Serious. I'll take the side.
Stay out of my universe.
Because that was the whole thing when scorekeeper, of course, would say I was carrying my accoutrements when I had my external defibrillator, was because
And he became Borg.
Yeah, because they were afraid my heart rate would. In my case, since I had the congestive heart failure, they had to make sure my heart rate stayed low, because if my heart went too high, it would go to the point where it would just stop beating. It would just give out because it was beating too hard. So some of the medication I take is to keep actually my heart rate down.
Carrying your accoutrements?
Yeah, it was I had to wear an external for about 6 months. I wore an external defibrillator. They had it. It was like a harness, and then I had the pack on the side. And I finally did away with it only because it kept giving me false alarms saying my heart was going to stop. My heart was going to stop, and it never did. So I would just, I'm tired of this shit. God damn it. Here, take it back.
Keeps teasing me with a good time.
Yeah.
Well, no, they explained it to me, which I thought was crazy. So the external defibrillator would only kick in. The external defibrillator would only kick in after my heart stopped. So I would literally be dead, and this thing would jumpstart me back.
Sound like a fucking Model T, let alone a human being.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
But the thing is when the alarm went off on the defibrillator, when the alarm went on the defibrillator, I actually had to bypass it. Otherwise, it would shock me automatically.
Big Dog, we're not laughing at you, my brother. We're not.
No, no, I don't mind. You know me. It's a funny situation. It is funny.
Laughing at you. It's just, oh my God.
Oh, you're laughing with me. I know.
Yeah,
I know.
sure. You're not in so look, dude, we're both to the point of tears, man. Ladies and gentlemen, I live for this. I do. I mean, when we're teary-eyed, it's the best of times. It's the worst of times because we're hurting. Oh my God. I need everyone. I'm not laughing at the Big Dog because he's telling us the situation that Billy and I are just dying, and we're not.
I know.
Oh my God! I haven't
We're
had
heartless.
those that hurt yet.
We're heartless.
Nah.
Oh my God! Yeah, we lost the audience when we started laughing, dude. They're like, "What?"
Nah.
Assholes.
Well, don't feel too bad.
On that one.
Don't feel too bad. One of my grandparents had that problem because he had a pacemaker, and the pacemaker would stop, and we would be like, "Are you okay?" And he would just go, "Yeah, I'm fine."
The pacemaker would stop.
Pacemaker would stop.
That's not right. He needs to go to the hospital.
Yeah, excuse me.
Well,
It's would say that's not right.
That's not right. It's not supposed to stop ever. That's why they put it in.
Okay, Speedy.
That's why he only had it for a month, and then he went back and he was like, something's not right with this pacemaker. So they took it out and put a new one in for him, and that only lasted a few years ago. So then,
until
now it's my turn to be an asshole.
No, now you're being an asshole though.
That's
the difference.
Because I can just see it. There's something wrong with my pacemaker.
What a dick.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, Big Dog.
I'm sorry.
Unfortunately, Philly Special and I were just laughing over one line. That was it.
That's what I like about this group. Really, really compassionate. You know what I mean?
Yes. You can't find a more compassionate group of people.
It's a skunk in a confined space. Telling you that for nothing.
A skunk in a confined space. Ooh.
That
might work with a Sunday morning program.
Yeah.
No,
title.
Get us because we have an animal in a confined space. Damn it!
Yes.
Yeah.
Cruelty to animals.
Yes.
Yeah, never
mind. But pretty much this group. See, there's two types of people. Okay, there's two types of people in this world. There's the people that when your friend falls down, you rush to see if they're okay, and then you laugh. But this group, for the most part, when that person falls down, we laugh our ass off, and then we go check on the person.
And then when they're asking for help, we don't know if they're screwing out. We're laughing. That would be the corollary to that.
No, when they're asking for help, they're asking for help, but you're laughing so much you can't even pick them up, and you fall on top of them.
Oh, for the love of God, I can see that. Yeah.
Well, of course, I think over here they call that squatty mentality. You watch your best mate get shot and fall down. You say next time you're fucking duck. It's just that sort of mentality.
Oh my goodness, I apologize, but that one hurt. Oh, sorry, Speedy. Tortuga.
We're the group that's gonna wait 10 minutes and go,
Out of the way.
We better call 911.
Nah.
No,
We
that's
better call
you.
911.
No, that's you.
Yeah.
You're the nice one. We're still laughing, dude.
I know.
I mean, hell, when the 911 paramedics, that's like when oh shit, this got real. Right? That's how we
Right.
react. When someone else is called 911, we're like, oh.
Yeah.
I could see all of us doing that. But
Fast forward into the future and doing that.
All right, McFly. All right. That was good.
That shit cart's not far away.
You know, sadly, Philly special, in non-football season, you may have a new moniker. You may be the new Hello, McFly. And the beauty of it is, if they're not watching, they'll never get it. And that's what we do right here. That's what these names are. We don't explain it. People are like, well, why so-and-so? And, now I have some classmates that have, are watching the program and stuff. And they've told me, dude, don't explain your name. You were the scorekeeper on the baseball team. Shut up, you dumbass. We know why you're the scorekeeper. I'm like, oh, okay, sorry. I mean, they would ask about the nicknames for everyone else, but when I described mine, like, yeah, shut up. There is no story behind your story. We know what you were. And Big Dog knows that I chose scorekeeper because Big Dog remembers when we first started going to games, I was still scorekeeping, right?
Yep.
I was, yeah. In the late 80s and early 90s, I was still scorekeeping.
Yeah, you would keep a scorecard. Yep.
Oh my God! And Big Dog, I appreciate it. Big Dog got tired of it because we never gave a shit this whatever they were scoring. But whenever there was an error or a perceived error, he would ask me, "Was that an error?" And I was a tough scorer, wasn't I, Big Dog?
Oh yeah, it was always an error.
They were almost always an
error. It was almost always an error.
It hits your glove.
Yep. I'd say 90%.
That's what they taught us.
90% of the time, it was an error.
Oh my God, Philly special. That's so true. If it touches your glove. But I was outstretched doing the eagle dive. F you. You should have had that. That's an error.
And the pitcher in him always scored it a pass ball. It was never the pitch. It was never the pitcher's fault. That was the catcher's fault. Always.
Yeah.
From the former pitcher.
A wild pitch.
It was never a wild pitch.
But the funny thing was, everyone knew my bias. And I think, remember, Big Dog, whenever the pitcher or first baseman wouldn't do their job, I would lose my shite, huh?
Yeah.
Yep. Do your job, man! Lousy coaching! When a position player is out of position, that does drive me insane. And when we went to the minor league games, Big Dog heard me.
That one game where we were right on the first base. We were in the first row, right just past the first base bag, and the non-communication on these guys was so. Yeah, it was unbelievable that there was no communication whatsoever between the first baseman, the second baseman, and the right fielder coming in for the pop-up. No one said a word. And me and Roger were just losing our shit.
Call it.
Dude,
yeah.
We were loud.
Say
the
something.
Stadium heard us. And we were like, dude, talk it up. Call it. Yeah, it was. And there were just other things. Simple backup play. Folks, because the ball is hit to left field, center fielder has to go over there to go back him up and be there.
Nope. Center fielder wouldn't move didn't even take a foot. He didn't even move one freaking foot.
Yeah. When the right fielder stays out there, stupid. No, you have to come into the infield because you could get caught in the run. They have to come in. And I was taught that. Coach says if a baseball player remains standing, that's bad coaching on every level. It doesn't matter where the ball is hit.
Yeah, even though this was a ball. I mean, it was a ball, man. But still, that's basic shit that you should know. Coming up from high school and everything.
When I played right field in softball and in baseball, if the ball was hit to third base, shortstop, I'm coming in. I'm taking the angle to be behind the first baseman.
Just
And
in
if the
case.
throw bounces through or off the fence, the ricochet, I'm in position to back him up. And when I was playing, I used to surprise the first baseman would turn around and they're like, "Oh, hey, thanks for the backup." I'm like, "Dude, it's my job." And it just surprises me how bad coaching, and this is on the minor league level, folks. These are baseball players, coaches that are not coaching. Oh my God, yeah. But guys, when you go to minor league baseball and Big Dog, he and I think agree in this. We die laughing. A little ground ball, a little bit of mustard on it. Shortstop goes doink. The ball goes flying in the air, and then you see these kids diving, short hopping, making these miraculous plays, throwing out the runners, and then the little simple ground ball. It's like, oh my God. It's
Yeah, they don't know what to do.
you will see, and Speedy, when you went with us, there were some exciting plays, right, brother? I mean, it was
There were.
amazing what these
There
kids
were.
were doing. But a simple ground ball, there was more adventure on a simple ground ball.
Yeah.
But that's just the nervousness. But it's amazing what you would see in the minor leagues. Sorry
Well,
for on that rant. Damn them!
While we still have most of us here,
I know.
I
Sorry.
have a joke. I have a joke for you.
Oh boy.
Ooh, okay.
What do you call what do you call a virgin in Alabama?
An unborn
Your
child.
sister?
An out of towner.
Ooh.
Not related.
I like that
yeah,
one.
and that's why I said an unborn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
An oddity.
An oddity.
You
Foster child.
Wait, what?
almost. You call a virgin in Alabama an orphan.
That's it.
Oh,
Oh.
Whoa. You do realize you just got banned in Alabama, don't you?
They're not smart enough to ban. They're unable to read.
It's okay. It's a
Y'all
home.
know
It's
you're
a.
banned from there, don't you now? Y'all know
It's
you're banned.
okay. They're the home of the toothbrush, not the teeth brush. So that explains it all.
Alabama and Mississippi
oh.
are like 59. Sorry, 49th and 50th. That's 58. I was counting the territory. Sorry. And even then, it still doesn't get that high. It doesn't. Hey, I corrected it. I'm not Miss America that pulled that stupid move about and the children and and do well and then the express bus went like, what the hell are you talking about, woman? That was funny. You know what? You guys all remember it was like 20 years ago. She just flubbed the question. I think Mario Lopez asked her the question and she just flubbed it. She was a good sport about it. When you asked her after, dude, she was very smart, but the bright lights, it just, dude, you get intimidated. And I think that's what it was. She owned up and she says, I don't know what I said. She was cool about it. That was great damage control. And she was absolutely gorgeous, by the way.
Yeah.
It helped.
I said this one to you guys before, but I don't believe Philly was here, so I'm going to give this one. This is for Philly. Why are blondes buried in triangular coffins?
Okay, hold on. For everyone else, do you want to try to guess? Philly, do you have an answer?
Oh, I told it to you guys. I don't know if you remember
I don't know if
but
they remember.
Okay. Well, this is for Philly, though.
Yeah, I
Why
have
are
no
they
idea.
buried in triangular coffins?
Blondes are buried in triangular coffins because as soon as their head hits the pillow, the legs know what to do.
Oh.
Anyway, in a slightly sports-related article,
Actually, that is an athletic event.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we know this, but I just put something in the chat room which might
What? Tell me why?
It might give scorekeeper something to rant about.
In the chat room?
Oh, I thought you were going to say it would give scorekeeper something else.
Oh boy.
The Commodes hiring Larry Izzo as the special teams coordinator.
Oh,
that
no,
one.
The one after that. The one after that.
All right, I'll go ahead. Why don't you go ahead and read it, please, and then we'll go ahead and comment.
It's from the Independent. The statue of baseball legend Jackie Robinson stolen from a Kansas park.
Oh yeah.
And there's actually a video. There's a video about it.
Yes.
There's tail in it.
Go
These
on.
guys going over and chopping the damn legs off the statue.
And
Yeah.
what did they do to the statue?
Yeah, they took it off from the ankles.
Okay, yes, they cut it off. They stole it. They left it somewhere. What did they do to the statue?
Doesn't say what it did to the
The
statue.
idiots tried burning it. So it was,
That's what I thought. Yeah, they tried to
Yeah.
melt it.
yeah, okay. Now, say whatever you want. Bastards they be, period. It's bronze. I think they idiots thought it was copper. So whatever. They knew what they were going after. Whatever defense they used, they were trying to plead stupidity. And in their part of the world, I guess it might work, but in the rest of the world, it was done on purpose. It was
Oh yeah,
yeah, it
definitely.
was ignorance. I think it's sad that people do that, but folks, let's not make a big. I mean, look, I'm unhappy about it. It's obvious what it represents, but let's realize that people do this all around the world. Okay, let's remember that. So we need to measure our outrage. But this is Jackie Robinson. For a lot of people who know, the man suffered a lot, and think about it. Now in his death, he's still suffering because of what they do to the statue. Look, I have a coworker one time who put it the best, and I'm going to butcher this. He was a minority, and we were talking about someone who really committed a heinous crime. I mean, really did. It was whether there was a number of murders or it was the type of murders. He said, "Nope, guy's got to go. You got to rip up his ticket. He can't play with us anymore." I'm like, "I'm sorry, what was that?" He said, "There are some people that lose the right to live with the rest of us." Now, that is an extreme view, and many people will not agree with that. But the simple logic of that, I agree. It's like everyone has a privilege to be on this planet, but there's some that go so far that you got to rip up their ticket and you got to get them out. And I appreciate that comment. In the case of these idiots, I don't know if it rises to that, but there are some people that you can't play with this anymore. You've gone way over. I'm not trying
Hence
to
that.
realize it, but yes.
No. And this is not to these people that did that to the Jackie Robinson statue.
Right.
But that goes back to my stance last week about death penalty. There's people that just do not deserve to still stay around.
Yeah. Yeah, the crime is just so heinous, folks. Yeah, for those of you that missed it, we had talked about what happened in California, where there were many people on death row, and then their sentences were commuted legally. When we were talking about ex post facto, all that legal stuff, and then it turns out that they were all commuted, and then they reinstituted everything, but under the law, they'd already been commuted, so you couldn't change it. And Big Dog rightfully said what he did. He said, "Hey, they were already on there. Put them back on."
Put them back on.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Uh-oh.
Actually, I'm not sorry.
Marty, put your hand up. What was that? Was that a knee-jerk reaction?
Not it. Not it.
Yep.
Or not it?
Not it.
All right, folks, I'm going to take a quick moment. It is 2:58 in the program. It's about to hit 9 a.m. or noon around the world. This is Sports Talk with the Guys, home of the Monday Morning Quarterbacks on Saturday. What a glorious day on February 10th. And I'm going to go to a segue to Almighty to do what he does best. And there it is, folks.
So,
Holy shit!
I don't know what happened there. I have restless.
Oh, baloney! That was
twice as long as normal.
Look, I have restless arm syndrome.
Look, this little dumbass. Exactly
Restless arm syndrome.
and it was a great response. Okay.
Just like I have restless penis syndrome. That's what I tell those people. But anyhow, let's get to some sports.
Aye.
Dude,
And
like, subscribe, and all that shit.
all that too. But
That's what the setup was.
while you like and you subscribe and you hit the famous cowbell, I will take
Oh,
the Browns.
no.
The Browns may be moving. Oh my God! Here we go. You ready for this big news?
Yep.
Browns owners buying 176 acres in Brook Park. Oh my! And
Is that a nice area?
yes, but it's only 20 minutes from downtown. But
Okay.
but they bought this land, and the contract does expire in 28. Well, what we have here is the owners of the Cleveland Browns football team have reportedly reached a purchase agreement to acquire a large piece of land in the Cleveland suburb of Brook Park, leading to speculation that the Browns could leave the city of Cleveland for the second time in the team's 78-year history. According to three sources who spoke to the breaking news real estate blog Neotrans, Northeast Ohio Transportation, not transgender, on the condition of anonymity, the Haslam Sports Group has a contract to buy a 176-acre parcel that's 9 miles southwest of downtown Cleveland. It's about 1,000 feet from Cleveland Hopkins International Airport, located on the other side of Ohio Route 237 and the Norfolk Southern Railroad tracks. So bums will be welcome to this stadium. It remains to be seen what is the purpose of the reportedly Brook Park purchase agreement. It may be a genuine attempt by the Haslam Sports Group to build a football stadium in Cleveland suburbs. It could also be an insurance policy by Haslam in case talks with the city of Cleveland officially fail to produce a deal very soon for the renovation of the city-owned Cleveland Browns Stadium on downtown's lakefront. The Browns' lease at the stadium expires after the 2028 football season. In fact, the sources did not even say if the property is a new stadium, but it is big enough that it certainly meets the criteria for one. The criteria is a level one is a level 100 plus acre site with good transportation access. The site exceeds those requirements as it is within walking distance of the airport, accessible to Route 237, Interstate 71, and 480, plus the Greater Cleveland Regional Trans Authority Red Line Rail Airport Transit. So I know I mentioned some highways, but that makes it very accessible if you're coming from the south or anywhere. Uh, Also, some think that this is a ploy to get the city to come to terms to renovate the stadium. This is a former site of two Ford auto plants, and it is also next to auto plant that is still going producing parts for this at this time. As you can see, there's Cleveland, and don't be scared. I know it's Cleveland, but well, there it is. So it's a lot of so. I think the Haslams, if they would build one, I think they want to build. I think they will go with the dome so we can get a Super Bowl.
Folks, this
I
would
mean,
be a
NFL
phenomenal
Super
spot.
Bowl.
Actually,
It's a
this would
dome.
be
It's a dome.
God, it's a dome. It might be. I don't know if it'll be retractable, but we don't know what the land's for. Like I said, scorekeeper. I'm sorry. What were you going to say there, buddy?
it's a phenomenal spot. Look at it on the map.
Yeah. Perfect.
Here's a 480 up here. Here's the 237. Here's a 71. There's a Ford plant that is still open. It's an engine manufacturing plant. Here's the airport. I mean, you already have a metro stop here. You have the metro stop in the airport. I mean, come on. I could easily see another stop somewhere around here. This is the vacant lots over here. I don't know the extent of it, but oh my God, look at the size of this lot. This would be a phenomenal site.
Yeah, I mean I know that
It would have to be cleaned up
restaurants.
and mitigated, though. Oh, but no, this is Ohio. There's no such thing as
Yeah,
mitigation.
we don't do that shit.
Yeah.
So I'm just also the worry the local restaurants and bars are worried that this will take business from them. Football season is where they make their money, but I'm sure the Haslam's will have enough room to put other stuff there that for fans to go to. But like I said, it's nothing in. Yeah, there's the current stadium right next to the lakefront. Now you can see how dirty the water is, and
Yeah, look at that.
most of that is pretty toxic. And there are times during the year where they will not allow swimming, which is all the time. So during the summer, but the beaches are pretty cool. But I'm
You
just
have beaches up on the lakefront?
yeah, they have beaches. The thing is, the lakefront is not really developed like it should be, and people have been trying to get more lakefront like hotels and
Oakland.
Yeah.
more things to do at the lake because the lake, if you go to the lake, it's all manufacturing or things for load ships. There's nothing really there to do except nothing really. But anyway, it would be a key spot. They bought this land. And plus it's a very expensive ploy. I don't know. I don't think it said how much they spent for it. But, we're talking a lot of acreage, and I think they want to build a new stadium regardless. And they have the land now,
Yeah.
and they can start building in 26 and have it done by 29.
Should have them start next year, and they can have it done when the contract's over, and they'll just go close it. They'll close the doors at the old stadium and open the doors in the new stadium the next day.
I'm not saying they can start at any time, but I guess how long does it take to build a stadium these days? But
2 years.
It depends. Yeah, you can do it in 2 years.
But they can
Still
still
done in 2.
start building it. I mean, you said Dick, like they can build it anytime and have they can use it for other things, right? I mean, you can bring in anything.
Yeah,
College
it's
games and all that crap.
It's funny though the way they said they're leaving the city. I mean, I wouldn't consider that leaving the city.
No,
I mean, I would consider that like when they went to Indianapolis and became the Colts. That's leaving the city.
Became the Ravens. That's leaving the city.
Yeah.
It is a misnomer, but because it's only 20 minutes away. I mean, it's a big scary headline, but they're not like they're going down to any other city like somewhere in Alabama so they can date their cousins and stuff. But so I don't know. I wouldn't mind having a new stadium with a dome, so we could at least make me track.
Yeah.
I would like that.
Yeah.
That way, still enjoy the fall weather, and I would kind of miss the wintry storm games there that give us kind of an advantage. But go ahead, big dog.
So if it's a retractable dome, does that mean it's like an uncircumcised dome?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
It'd be
Oh God, I visualized that. I actually freaking visualized that.
And I'm going to tell you something else. You have to be careful when we say dome or no dome because we won't maybe at the time. I don't look at me. Okay. I don't know what you're doing there, Mr. Dictionary, but I'm going to tell you. Everybody uses it as an adjective. I have no clue, but I don't care.
Young man, you used it correctly. I was just
did
sharing with
I
you.
was wondering if you were blaspheming me against
Not at all. I flinched and I smiled when you used it. I was like, for the audience, I put the definition.
But
Barbie, it's
scorekeeper had what he likes to call an intellectual Woody.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's the news that I got locally. Oh, also, one more thing. NFL is going to spend an $80 million expansion for the Hall of Fame. I think they're going to redo the museum.
Who's this? NFL?
The Hall of Fame in Canton.
Oh, okay.
An $80 million expansion.
Good for them.
They put hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars into this site in Canton. I mean, when I went to see the USFL game, I didn't recognize the place. I mean, there's a fair field and there's a whole lot of parking. And the new stadium is awesome. I mean, I went to the old stadium where if you went in, there was like a bank that you could sit on, like a grass bank, seats. But they have spent tons of money keeping this thing in Canton, which I'm glad that they kept it in Canton because I know that New York and other cities have been trying to yank it out of Canton's hands, but the NFL has stayed adamant to keep it in Canton. And I guess
You already have the classic car museum there.
yeah,
Okay,
they
wait a minute.
do.
One more
Oh,
time.
yeah,
Portugal!
they do. They do. I almost went there once when I walked.
Oh,
when I went to
the
the
wrong
comic
one
book
showed
shop.
up.
But the comic book shop beats collectible cars. But anyway, I'm just saying that's the news here locally. The Hall of Fame, the Browns, and Big Dog. When did you say the no price started?
I'm sorry.
You said I'm checking gears real quick. When did you say the no price started for Marvel?
Oh, it probably started in the 70s, but I didn't get mine. I got mine in the 80s.
60s.
Oh, okay.
Stan Lee started that when they would miss something.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. I mean, I heard you say it, but I think I was doing something else. Maybe I was doing this. I don't know. But I'm just yeah, that it was. Yeah, I think Stan started it in the
Thank God I didn't see
60s when they were doing that. They finally we're actually getting letters that were published instead of complaining about things. Anyway,
Yeah.
that's what they have sports wise for the Browns and Canton and the correction, or not correction, but putting whatever. Anyway, who's next?
I have one more football one. Of course, congratulations go out to the Baltimore Ravens quarterback, Lamar Jackson, for winning his second MVP award. I don't think anybody's surprised by that one. It was expected.
Boo.
It was expected. I mean, he put up the numbers. He played very, very well.
Yes,
They came up short against the Chiefs. Although they were expected to win, they were expected to be in the Super Bowl. And the Chiefs just dismantled them, actually.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sometimes the Ravens don't.
Yeah.
You're right about that thing he did. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
They picked the wrong data. They picked the wrong game to have a bad game.
Yeah.
They were rolling and they just got stumped. But Lamar had an excellent season.
He did. So, I have to give him kudos. I mean, they finished 13-3, won the North, and no one expected them to win the North. Well, I guess they did, but I guess the Bengals and Ravens could have been switched around. I mean, the big surprise is the Bengals finishing in last place.
The quarterback.
Because Wheelbarrow Burrow couldn't, they stuttered.
Wheelbarrow Burrow.
Anyway, he's not my. Yeah, okay, he plays for a rival team. He plays for Browns 1.0. But once again, congratulations. He did have a great season, and he stayed healthy all year long.
Yeah, he actually.
I think the fact that. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yes, I was going to say, speaking of health and everything, you guys have to remember, you have to have sex on a regular basis to keep your memory alive. I'm wishing everybody a wonderful Super Bowl 49.
Did you say something? I can't remember.
That's why she's on Super Bowl 49.
5 years.
What? I don't know. I keep forgetting things. I don't know.
I just want to know in 11 years what the logo is going to be for Super Bowl 69.
Ooh.
Your event.
I could think of so many.
Let's not. Oh my gosh!
You guys know one of the old lines.
There you go.
When Almighty visited with Sports Talk with the guys, I had already seen his program, the logo, and he did his episodes. And one of the first things I asked, dude, when are you having episode 69? Because as you know, it was Almighty Sports Show. Would you like to tell everyone for the second time why you called it Almighty Sports Show?
Well, at the time, I thought I needed it to do that, so I could have the acronym of ASS. But knowing what I know now, I didn't realize.
You didn't know that, Tony?
No.
That's what that humor, because he had. It was Almighty Sports Show. It was, dude, someone who didn't take himself that seriously. I mean, I died when I told the big guy, dude, his acronym is ASS.
Yeah.
And he's doing a sports show. That was classic. And whenever Almighty would race us, I'm like, when's 69? Yeah. When is episode 69?
I'd put the Almighty Sports Show down in the description. It would have the ASS and then the episode number, ASS. So it was like ASS 45 or ASS whatever. And that's why he would say When's that 69? And I'm thinking, I got to get back to doing that, getting back, or I can just keep heading to, this is that 69. Everybody come.
That's the
Get out.
only reason why I tolerate the schmuck.
Yeah. But I mean, that lasted for a few years. We've got a lot of episodes in.
Someone who doesn't take himself that seriously and has that sense of humor, I'm like, that's our kind of people. That's one of the things. I mean, his own program. Hi, we're on ass.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, man.
Yep. That's how we met.
Oh.
Talking
TMI.
about an ass. Yeah, well,
Yep, they were talking about ass.
Yeah.
Did you notice I
As
instantly
usual.
went silent? I was like, oh.
He's back one more time.
From the future.
Tortuga, you missed the ass story.
No, he didn't. He came from the future.
Actually, he
I
did.
don't think he's
He
frozen.
missed
He's
the
having
ass
fun.
story. Folks, I can't say it anymore. I mean, that sense of humor, I'm like, that's our people right there. And thank God Almighty said, yeah, all right, I'll tolerate you shits. And he's been with us ever since.
I regretted every damn moment, possibly as well.
Probably, but like I said, 69, folks.
All right, we'll get on. I'll get
We're
on.
going to have to prepare for life after 69.
Gotta get to 69 and stop.
Yeah, you might just have to tease us and stop at 68 so the Star Trek fans of the world can go crazy on 68.
So,
That
yeah.
was an obscure First Contact reference, but you guys can all go to hell.
Is 68? Is that when the Millennium Falcon shows up?
You know what? It was in that very same movie. It was in that movie that
Yes,
I'm
it was.
referencing. Yes,
Yes,
in
it
First
was.
Contact. Yes. Folks, this is Sports Talk with the Guys, home of the Monday Morning Quarterbacks on Saturday. It seems a little odd knowing that our guests, our co-hosts, it's no shot against them, but it's all good. Uh-oh, I got a private message. Are someone telling me to shut the... Oh, Almighty's telling me to STFU. So let me see. What's the article? Go ahead, Almighty.
It's okay. Yes, I don't know if anybody realizes this, but when Bill Belichick was fired or let go or mutual, whatever, they already had a coach in mind that take his place. They had it.
Yeah.
And so people are wondering, well, did they violate the Rooney?
You bet damn right they did.
But then here we come. Here comes the master of all time, Roger Goodell, offers curious defense of Patriots ignoring the Rooney rule. So the New England Patriots and Bill Belichick announced they mutually agreed to part ways on January 11th, and one day later, the club announced Jared Mayo was the new head coach and Belichick's successor. The lightning fast way the change in eras happened in New England never included any interviews for the job with other candidates. Not one. Patriots owner Robert Kraft and Mayo had last year negotiated.
Kraft and Mayo.
Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I know Kraft and there we go. Kraft and Mayo had last
funny.
year negotiated a clause while they were visiting a spa in their contract that effectively made Mayo the coach in waiting. If the club had a coaching vacancy, the clause basically said Mayo was next in line. So on Monday, during the State of the NFL address in front of invited reporters, Goodell was asked if this approach was palatable to the NFL or whether it subverted the Rooney Rule. The Rooney Rule mandates NFL clubs must conduct an in-person interview with at least 2 external diverse minority and or female candidates in any head coaching or general manager opening. And regardless of the fact Mayo is black, the Patriots didn't interview anyone else, but Goodell defended New England's actions. Quote, I also don't take the same approach that was done to skirt the Rooney Rule, Goodell said. Robert Kraft made that commitment a year ago in a contractual agreement that if Bill Belichick is not the head coach, you will be the head coach. I think that's a smart management. Ultimately, we all want to keep our people developed and develop our people. Roger Goodell defends Mayo's hiring. The Patriots, Goodell said, realized Mayonnaise is a great head coach material for them before the job came open. That is, I think, a very positive thing for the team to do, Goodell said. I don't believe it skirts the Rooney Rule. I actually believe it benefits our players and our coaches to have that kind of stability. But here's the thing, what if Mayo were white?
Exactly what I was going to ask.
Uh-oh. There's a can of worms right there. You know what I'm saying, big guy? You're right, big dog. What if Kraft had identified a previous assistant coach, perhaps Matt Patricia, who, like Mayo, was a successful defensive coordinator for the Patriots, and he wanted to retain him if Belichick was no longer in charge? Could Patricia, a white man, have gotten a clause in his contract extension guaranteeing his succession to the head coach spot without anyone else being interviewed? Extremely unlikely. And that's the hypocrisy of some of the NFL's diversity, equity, and exclusive rules. They want to be exclusive, but just not to white men. The rules that reach for equality are themselves. Uh, it's like trying to right a wrong by utilizing another wrong. Well, I'm going to stop there. It's a pretty long article. You get the gist, right?
Yeah.
So we don't need to. I mean,
My
hey, big dog.
I was going to say my question is how can a contract on a team circumvent an NFL rule? You know, it's just like state government and federal government. The state can make this rule, but it's the federal government that rules it all. So it can overturn that. So I don't know how uh, Kraft got away with saying, well, I signed into a contract last year. I don't care that the Rudy rule's been in effect for 15, 20 years or however long it's been.
Mhm.
You know, I hired this guy and I don't have to follow your rules because I own the team.
Mhm.
So, I mean, it's great that they hired a minority guy. I have no problem with that. But exactly what they said. What if it was a white guy that he gave this contract to, saying, "Hey, Belichick goes, you're automatically the coach." You know, I doubt if Goodell was would have been so defending the hiring. I'm just wondering how they got around the fact, that the NFL does this to every other team, but the Patriots don't have to follow it.
It's the Patriot way.
Yeah. Billy, what's your
I don't
thoughts
know,
on it?
but you're.
Exactly what you said. This,
I mean, who else wants to comment on that? Because I think this is a pretty hot wire subject.
Yeah.
well, yeah,
Billy?
how's it fair to any other minority coach that wanted that job? They don't even
Yeah.
get an interview.
Exactly.
So yeah, it's ridiculous. So I don't know how he could stop it now from every team saying, "All right, we're just going to put it in contract and always hire our guy and forget the Rooney Rule."
He is right. There's not the precedent has been.
Yep.
I mean, we won't know until someone tries to do this with a white coach of how much of a stink that will cause.
Yep.
Philly man.
Look,
Yeah.
folks, look. These
Labor
guys are
man.
corporate. These guys are corporate titans, and surprisingly, it looks like we may be going against the minority hiring. No, we're not. We're going against there's a
The violation
violation
of the rule.
It may
Yeah.
be a spiritual violation right now, a spirit violation, because there was a contract. And I've told you how this works in the corporate world. This is not a strange thing for a corporate structure to have the plan of progression. It's not a strange. It pisses people off, but they say this guy's next, this girl's next, this guy. It's a succession plan. That's not a strange thing. But the NFL has a specific rule, and this is not that word, how to get around stuff. He's going for the arrow.
Circumvent?
Damn it, I can't think of the
Circumvent?
word.
Circumvent?
Circumvent.
No. A loophole. There it is. Thank you. This is not a loophole to get around this stuff. Folks, first of all, use the word correctly. Second, it's a clear spiritual violation of the rule. Okay. They can say, well, we have a succession plan. All 32 corporate owners are like, yeah, duh. That's what we do. Fine. What did Goodell do? He gave its blessing. It's done. It's done. The Rooney Rule does not exist anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Folks, the Rooney
Yep.
Rule was designed because you hire whoever you want and you try to make a judgment call on whoever you want. And it looked bad. So someone who was ahead of the game was doing it, and that was the Rooneys. They were good at what they were doing because they always hired the best talent. Didn't matter who it was. No one else was doing it. So they had to put in the rule. Well, that rule no longer exists in the NFL. So it's for them to argue. Sorry, Big Dog, go.
No, I was gonna just.
Hell are
I'm
you?
gonna be an. I'm on top. I'm gonna be an ass like I usually am.
Tony.
It was probably Goodell and Kraft were talking while they were both getting a massage, down in Florida.
You beat me to it.
And yeah, and Kraft told him, hey, we're gonna hire a black guy. He's already on the Patriots, so we're not gonna interview anybody else.
And of course, Goodell, the former attorney, said, "Nah, no way, homie. You're gonna do that? All right, we chill, bro." That's exactly how the conversation went. I'm paraphrasing.
Never would have worked that one out, Roger.
I had to put in the paraphrasing because he is an attorney. The Rooney Rule doesn't exist, and that's okay. The NFL is going to have to decide what they're going to do, folks. It is so obvious and out in the open now that you are getting the Rooney Rule had a purpose, and it was working, folks. The Rooney Rule was an attempt, what America has done, to make America look like America. So that's all it is. If you look at the numbers, and I'm not willing to argue them right now, the NFL looks like America. And I have a lot of people like, oh, you're going to die, scorekeeper. I'm like, well, you wouldn't be the first one to threaten me, so whatever. You want to get the best person there. And it's up to the team's fan base to acknowledge if their team is being a corporate citizen or not. If they're okay with it, it's done. Folks, they don't have to hire what everyone else wants. This is the United States of America. Okay. Whereas we should probably be celebrating a minority. We, the minorities, no shot against anyone who is not right here. We're like, okay, we're good with it, but we're still trying to follow the rules. So, but those in power, doesn't matter who it is, are going to do whatever they want. And it's up to the fan base to acknowledge or disavow. So the Rooney Rule no longer exists because Goodell could have said, well, what's he going to say? He wants his job.
Yeah, I don't know who was having the background.
Oh, yes. And
Go
by
ahead.
the way, Speedy, thank you for your comment. I knew this was your post. So thank you for sharing this with my only concern, Speedy, is I'm sorry that you're having to deal with that. But I was worried that we were drowning above water. So I just thank goodness that we were drowning underwater.
You need to buy new headphones,
No,
a new headset.
I'm sorry, what was that? You need to go back and listen.
Lean forward.
no, it sounds better now.
Well, no, it does not.
Not on our end.
You sound like you're 3 million. Oh, I'm sorry. You're around the corner. The number was too big. You sound muffled, and it sounds like you're busy.
Okay, well then,
Yeah.
I need new headphones. So yeah.
Oh, there you are.
Okay. Now, when you
There
get
you are.
closer, if for some reason you need to be closer to us, Speedy, you need to come in, Speedy. You need to feel the image, Speedy. I can't believe that shit worked.
I know.
Wow. Okay.
But we hear you when you
There.
get closer. I mean,
Yeah.
it's no BS. I mean,
Yes.
you're gonna have to go back, Speedy, at the 3 hour. Oh shit! Already 3 hours 29-minute mark.
Right.
Sorry, that was
I
a
will
Freudian
do
slip.
that.
That was bad. I lost an hour. I must have fast forwarded through the live play.
The hell was that?
I know, that's what I said.
For air. Oh my god! I'm so sorry.
Now we know that.
Yeah, definitely.
Now we know that scorekeeper sounds like a girl. There you go.
I was gonna say he sounds like a dolphin.
That's what I was thinking. Dolphin also.
Squeak, squeak.
I
Yeah.
was thinking dolphin.
It's like wheezing.
Yeah.
Oh, that was funny.
Wheezy from
What-
Toy Story.
We can't make this shit.
Are you talking
we
about?
can't.
Are you talking about Gig's dogs again? Wheezy and Rupee. Wheezy and Rupee.
Pass me a life belt.
I was thinking of Dragon Tales. Wheezy and what was the other one's name? The connected?
Rufy.
Hurts, man. Oh, by the way, Almighty, as far as your comment goes, I did highlight it in the chat room and I put the link everywhere. This is what I see. So when I was hearing you talk, I'm sorry, Speedy, I only saw the column, the margin, and I was distracted. I'm so sorry. Well, hey, there, what happened? There we go. All
He's
I
showing off
saw.
the headphones he's gonna buy.
Yeah, no, look, right there. That's all I saw. You cut me off again, Almighty. I'm going after you. So anyway, you see the column on the right. That's all I saw. I apologize. Go ahead, Almighty. Put on your image now. You're muted. There is a God.
And it's not Almighty.
Oh!
No, yeah.
Unmute yourself.
Whoever made that horrible noise was not me.
What did you pass? Are you trying to say you think we heard you pass gas?
Why are we watching you look for headphones?
He's helping Speedy find a pair of inexpensive headphones.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm trying to help out the Speed Man get a new headset that's good for podcast.
Yeah.
Just seems cutting
Yeah.
out.
I just think
Uh-huh.
he's plugging
Also,
it in.
what you could do is get a headset and then get a separate mic.
Yeah.
Or you could get wireless earbuds also, like I have.
That's a true
Yeah.
story. Along with your booster seat.
Say it.
Uh,
Say it. Say it with your chest. Come on.
So,
I'm going to have a friend of mine today come help me with the other chair so I can get that set up and get in here.
Why not?
You
with the
still
headset?
have not. You still haven't built that chair.
Why the hell don't
Holy
you ask your friend
moly.
to help you with your headset?
It's been like 2 months now that you've
When
had that
it
chair.
was head. Obviously not set.
Right.
Obviously, he didn't buy it from IKEA because they're 2 second bloody wonders then to put together.
Where'd you buy the chair from which you have not put together yet, Tortuga?
Amazon.
No.
Oh.
I'll
Marshalls?
put it in the chat room. No.
Oh,
Alibaba.
and
I
we're
wish.
going to stay silent because
Alibaba.
you put it in the chat room? Oh, you know what? Because he cannot say it. I get it.
also, you may just want to check your connection speed.
We'll see
Yeah.
how long this sentence is.
Roger, he bought it from Alibaba. The instructions
Oh,
are in
okay.
Chinese.
Yeah, all right. Okay. Whoa. my
Oh, I
computer
get
responded to
background.
me. Mind your own business.
Now there's echo.
Yeah, by the way, Speedy, you didn't put it in the private
No.
chat. You let everyone know.
We're not even getting a kickback for it.
Knowing that you're having Mino think you won that bid, buddy. Me think you lost the bid on that earphone. Grenine girl, Jesus. That's funny, folks. No one does what we do, and for obvious reasons.
Breathe, gig.
Oh God.
Are you
So
underwater? Gig?
ewin.com. Okay.
All right. Well, I'm glad you won that bid.
How much did you win it for?
These chairs look pretty good there, Mr. Speedy.
What? He sent us an image of his chairs?
I got onto the website.
Thank you for remaining true to the program there, Almighty.
What?
All right, folks, we're all going to e-win.com.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
And once I'm going to repeat, we're not getting a kickback.
Oh, we ain't getting a kickback of shit.
Or we might get a kickback, all right, but it's not the kind we want.
That's a true story.
It's e-win.com, right?
It's probably ewin, no dash, most likely, but
I just
Son
put
of
in ewin.com and it came up. I didn't put a dash or anything. I just put a
yeah,
space.
see, there's no dash in it, so I thought.
Right.
Yeah, because you go to this, it says buy this
Well-
domain now.
Yeah.
Well, why did you put a dash then, Speedy?
Because there's a dash right there.
And as you can see, they fit one.
Holy
they,
moly.
God, we
What
went
They
with
the
fit
heck?
four.
everybody from me to somebody
I
else.
seen right.
So look at that. Woo!
So,
That
Uh-huh.
so,
Why did you
So
put
it-
the dash, Speedy?
and that
so
same
it's
actor
so
does
it's
does Man Brawl commercials.
so it's Almighty on the right and me on the left. Okay.
Not quite. I think we're both on the on the left there, Big Dog. But yeah.
Oh, is that
You-
a political statement? Because that's not true.
And once again, let me repeat: we're not getting a kickback either from the fat guy or the 6-pack guy.
Come on, Philly. Come on, dude. You
What?
gotta jump in on some of
Whether
them.
you want a keg or a 6-pack? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, now, see, now I have a 6-pack, but the 18-pack is in front of it, protecting it.
What? Yeah,
Okay.
6-pack. You have a
I think
keg.
it's the cooler protecting it.
There you go.
I have a keg protecting mine. Anyway,
So
Speedy, they look like good chairs. So I hope you can put that together and get use out of it. You probably spent quite a bit of moolah on that damn thing too, didn't you? Now I don't want to prize them. You'll say you probably paid some good money.
No, I actually
yeah,
saved
I-
money from the sale that they put on their website. So
Oh yeah,
yeah, I saved like $35, $40.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay,
Right.
seriously.
Okay.
My website's not showing, and I typed in ewin.com, and it says it will not go there.
Well, maybe you're not old enough.
I think so.
But well,
Thank you, Almighty. That makes me feel better.
Oh,
You might have to
I
send
look
the link.
forward to
that
seeing
I'm
you
younger
more
than
people.
you? That makes you feel better?
play.
You got some shitty.
Speedy, I look forward to seeing your new chair 'cause I think it look pretty good. I'd like to see which model you got and how it looks, and if you can jack it up high enough and all that good stuff, and it doesn't fall apart when you're sitting on it. That would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
And meantime, you can try to get them to give us a kickback.
Is that a misleading?
Yeah, that's not happening.
You know what? You can do one of those videos where you put it together on YouTube and just put Speedy puts his chair together and put it on NDB Media, and we can all watch
Yeah.
put it together.
That would be our new hit
Watch.
program.
There would be Speedy's new chair.
Look, there's the program, Speedy's new chair.
Comes with booster seat, so
And it'll be a 4-episode weekly episodic show because it's going to take them 4 weeks to put it together.
There we
Just fast forward to the fourth one.
Hard.
go. Part one.
I can guarantee you'll get to week 4 and find out there's a bolt missing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa, he's not Alaska Airlines. Let's not give him that much credit.
Uh,
No,
Oh
but I
my
will
God.
today.
Oh.
I'm going to talk to somebody today about helping me with the
You
chair.
said your friend. Are you lying to us now?
It's his imaginary friends.
Yeah, because we're all here.
imaginary.
Not very good. Oh my God! Billy
Okay,
Crystal
NorCal girl. Okay.
shoots from the perimeter.
There
Go!
we go. There we go.
God.
Is he a work
Damn.
buddy?
He's sharper boy. You got to cut yourself. You know that,
Okay,
don't
so,
you?
Speedy,
Is that a work
if,
buddy, Speed?
if you're going to talk to someone, Speedy, why don't you ask them to look at your headphones? And when you say, look at my headphones, tell them, I don't need you to look at them per se. I need you to see the connection. And then they might look at the wire. So just
Oh boy.
see if they could help you.
Anyway,
It was
Speedy,
a-
congratulations on your new
Yeah.
chair. Like I said, it'd be all. I think it's going to be awesome for you.
And I think the episodic endeavor would be great. Oh my God, Hal. Hey, how are you?
I'm just wondering, didn't the box come with an instruction booklet?
Oh, big dog, you are a dick.
They're pretty simple because I put tons of chairs together, and the first thing I do is take out the instruction book.
It's in a foreign
Yeah,
language
but-
only.
But
Yeah, some people learn by doing, not reading, though.
But his instructions are in Chinese.
Mhm.
No, I flipped it over. The other side's in English.
Okay.
But I
okay,
What did you flip over?
I-
The chair?
Okay, now
Anyway-
you're
Uh-huh.
being a dick.
Anyway, Speedy.
Okay.
Anyway, Speedy, I hope your buddy can help you. But is he a work buddy?
I think that's it for today for me.
Whoa! Wait!
That's not nice.
I just
Score-
asked if you flipped the chair. That was it.
scorekeeper, not
Everyone
scorekeeper.
else-
Conversation with
Scorekeeper, 9:41 a.m. On 2/10/24. Speedy calls you a dick. That's got to go at the end of the year show.
I just asked if you flipped the chair, dude. And I'm being the dick. Look at who's standing next to you. On your right. Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm the one that gets in trouble. What a shock. What a shock.
That's because he
need
expects
another
it from me. Well, he should expect it from you too. I mean, you're the one that started the whole cartoon thing.
I don't
Even
know.
though I
what
get,
you're talking about.
yeah, even though I get blamed for it.
You won that battle, big dog.
So are you going to order some pizza when you do this, Speedy?
Oh, and yet I'm the dick. Wow.
Gotta get the pizza.
No, for when the guy comes over, they'll have pizza, a couple of drinks, soda or whatever, and then build as they go along. Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and once again, Speedy, is it a work buddy?
No, it's not a work buddy.
Okay, is it female?
No.
All right, whatever.
It'll be
out
a
here.
male.
Well, females
Is it
together too.
is it a church buddy?
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
There we
Yeah.
go.
Oh, you do know
See, that's the thing. He's waiting for him to come over so he can bless the chair.
If it's a church buddy,
Yeah, but Carson doesn't know what he's doing.
whatever.
Ándale, mocosa. What do you have to say?
There we go. Church buddy, I bless your chair. There we go.
By the power of Grayskull, I bless your chair.
I'm just having so much fun with Gig's runny nose.
And yet I'm the dick. Wow.
You do know, Gridiron Girl, they have this thing called Kleenex.
I've been.
Whoa.
I've been
Been
blowing.
what?
You need
Been
some.
what?
Don't you have any of that NyQuil for colds and shit?
Whoa, we only give that to our
No, we're Mexican. We need vapor rub.
Oh, okay.
We need Vicks.
Gridiron Girl, I'll come over and put on that vapor rub.
Let me guess, you three are going to volunteer to run over and rub her chest for her, right?
That's what I'm going to do. I told her I'd come over and put it on for her.
I thought Big Dog would be straight in there.
Notice the silence.
Oh, I'm gonna be.
is holding
I'll be
the
straight.
video.
I'll be straight in there. It's hanging up your chest.
Defend your honor, woman.
Oh,
She can't. She's gaggy.
Oh man.
big dog. Yeah, but
He's
get
about,
out.
he's about as honourable as Blackbeard the pirate, that guy. But never mind.
I can get to you, Gridiron Girl, after I do Liz's nails.
There you go.
Okay.
but that's a long trip. You need to stay
Now,
up here a few days.
now
Uh,
remember,
I
Gig.
need to be.
Since you're Mexican, Gig, don't forget. You got to put the vapor rub on the bottom of your feet and put the socks
Yes.
on.
Yes. I've done that. That's
In
been
honor
done.
of Speedy, I'm going to get an extender just so when I walk over to the
an
coffee.
extender.
Yes,
God.
I'm going to get a longer cord because this
Uh,
goes
Oh, a cord. Oh, we were thought you were talking about something else.
an extender.
Yeah, he needed an.
5 years. I don't need an extender.
Oh my gosh. an
5
extender.
It'll
years,
extend
man.
all on its own.
Go ahead, Speedy.
I'm the nature
Well-
boy. Woo!
I'm just going to get a longer cord, buddy.
Well, you see this, right?
Yes.
Yes.
It's connected under the computer, the monitor here. So, but like
Wait
I
a minute.
said, one time
Is it connected to the monitor or to the computer?
Yes.
I think the monitor, the screen right here in front of me. There's
You
a
should
little
have a
cord
sound
here.
card in the back of your computer.
It should be connected
Yeah.
to your computer.
Yeah. Not the monitor, to your computer. It
I forget,
helps.
I forget which color it is, but there is one for a line in for your on your sound card. Have your buddy look at that too, to see if that works.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I didn't move myself.
I'm not trying to make fun of you. I'm just trying to give you a suggestion, Speedy. I'm just
Yeah.
You're connected to the
Yeah, I'd
monitor.
have.
Are you really?
It's underneath here. See? So
Oh, we see that.
there's a plug underneath the screen. So
Yeah, I
that's
don't know.
where I hooked
I
it
would
up
rather
to.
go.
That's your monitor.
All right, ladies and
Yeah.
gentlemen, Sports Talk with the Guys has now become tech support.
Yeah. There we go.
I'm just saying, try running it through your sound card and see if that works any better. Because there should be a line in.
It'll be
for
a
both of
blow
those.
card because he's not
Does
going to know
have-
the difference.
Does your mic have you just have the one 3.5 connector or two?
You lost him at this, your mic.
No, I mean you have two cords that plug in, or just one cord, or just one plug in.
Just one.
One.
Fine, so once you find that line in, they both should work. And going through the sound card,
This is racist.
will
but the
make
color
it sound
coded.
better and more professional.
All right.
They are
Thank you for that,
color-
Almighty.
Yeah, you should be plugging into the tower, not your monitor. There is a spot for the monitor
Correct.
where you can plug in, but you'll get better reception and better audio from the tower from your tower
Exactly.
because that's what that like you said that it'll connect to the sound card.
You know what? I
Yeah,
want to give you
because the
credit.
mic might
Speedy.
have
You
the
saw the hole, you went in. Good job.
the monitor may have a bad sound card. That's what your problem is. I mean,
Yeah.
That
But you-
also might work while he's leaning forward and we can hear him better. That might be the
True.
reason.
That is true.
well, we don't want to be doing that. So I'm just saying. Anyway, I'm just giving you some information. Maybe your buddy can help you too. What I'll do
Here.
is I will bless
Well,
that as well, that he can help you with your computer. But I'm sorry, I shouldn't do that, Speedy. You're a pretty religious person, and I don't want to make fun of that.
He's pretty religious. I think he's very religious.
We're very religious.
I don't know if he's
I'm,
pretty
I'm not trying to be sacrilegious. I'm just trying to help him out, get his computer.
Almighty. See it through.
See it through. See it through, you dumb asshole. Okay, I will. But anyway, Speedy.
You call me the asshole?
Speedy,
I've got
what,
to speak
Speedy?
to asshole now?
Real
Yeah, we lost the audience already. It's gone.
Yeah, we did.
It's
quick,
definitely gone.
since we're talking to Speedy, real quick.
We're talking
Wrestling news, real fast.
Oh, you can't not right now. No, there's way too much going on. There's no real quick on that one.
Is there? Well,
Yeah, we can't do it in 10.
You're right. Because what was last weekend? What was on last weekend?
What can't we do in 10 minutes?
Well, two
Yes.
weeks ago was the Royal Rumble, but all this time with The Rock and Roman
Don't
Reigns
even
and everything
ask.
else.
I could give you a description.
Didn't you agree, Speedy, that the female Royal Rumble was the best part of it?
Yes.
What?
The Royal Rumble, the female Royal Rumble was the best of the whole show.
Yes, it was. I
Because
agree.
me and Speedy were talking back. We were texting back and forth while this damn thing was going on. Weren't we, Speedy?
Yeah.
Big dog.
Yeah.
You were talking about the girls' butts and stuff. I made an inappropriate comment, which I won't repeat.
Right. Yeah.
About one of the wrestlers. I think Big Dog knows what I said.
Once again, unfortunately, the men's Royal Rumble underachieved. This is at least the second year, maybe the third year in a row that it just has not been. It hasn't been there.
But yeah, apparently a lot of stuff has been going on, including Scott D'Amore being removed as TNA president, the guy that built everything back up. It's now owned by a guy who knows nothing about wrestling. They're trying to take TNA back to the Jim Herd days, where they're like, do this, do that. Well, what is that? I don't know what that is. Aren't you the boss now? Yeah, but I don't know what that is either. Well, then why are you the boss?
Because I get paid more than you.
There you go.
The bathroom, Commissioner Gordon.
Yep.
Who's watching the Super Bowl tomorrow?
Yeah, you know.
The NFL Super Bowl.
Oh, son of a. Yeah. Who did we lose or who came in? I've lost track.
I don't know.
I'm getting fucking dizzy here. Everybody keeps spinning around my screen like a fucking windmill.
Wow.
What the hell? What kind of language was that?
Oh, said almighty. That sounded familiar.
That's called getting cussed out in the Queen's English.
Oh yeah, you better believe it. I can cuss out in all sorts of languages.
And I can do
I'll bet you can. With your background, you've heard it all.
Anime Girl has traveled the world. She's heard it all.
Anime Girl, you probably know jokes that'll make me blush.
I probably heard
That
one or two
that is saying something.
Yeah,
I've heard
you know
one or
what?
two that makes your hair curl when you got hair.
She told me one that
Which
little hair
hair?
I had curled.
Yeah, well, off air
This was
only.
several years ago. That one was funny. What? I gave you kudos, woman. Does that
I
word
know you
not
did.
translate to the King's
I-
English?
I know you did. I said
Kudos. Kudos.
I said
What?
we only make those jokes off air only.
Oh, who
Don't
the
want to get
hell
the
is
program
texting?
taken off air
Kudos. What are you talking about kudos for?
because it's kudos.
Storekeeper?
I'm sorry.
You saying kudos? Why are you talking about that?
We've already moved on.
Okay.
Or I have, sorry. I got distracted by a text. I already damned them to hell.
I see.
Say look, I say the word kulos and Gig unmutes herself.
And she giggles too.
Oh, and man.
She said
That's
kudos.
because you have to look. That's because you have to look up that word. That's why.
You haven't got in that top drawer of your blooming cabinet again, have you? I can hear something vibrate.
No, she already fixed her choni drawer. Her choni drawer is fixed.
Okay, well, be that as it may, I want to invite everyone to continue this program. I, unfortunately, am going to have to use a colloquialism of bailing. Now, NorCal Girl, I'm not the same bailing that you may be thinking of, but I will have to bail. And
Four hours to do it, Raj. We should just end it. We've had a fun time today.
We've had a good
Yes,
giggle,
we have.
so we can call it quits on that.
So we're actually not going to belabor and kill the vibe of the program.
No, I made Philly laugh at least 3-4 times, so I'm cool. I'm great.
Well, are you sure it's you and not that thing he's sitting on? Because he seems to be smiling a hell of a lot.
Me, I'm in a good mood today. I don't know why.
And Philly, he's smiling a hell of a lot. Are you sure you sat on something?
No,
He got Speedy.
no. It's who's hiding underneath the desk. It's who's hiding underneath the desk
You lucky
that's
bastard.
making them smile.
Good
Yeah.
for you.
No, I'm just saying he got Speedy's vibrating chair by mistake. So
I like that. That was good. I like that.
Speedy, does your chair vibrate? I mean, the one that's supposed to work?
No.
No,
No.
mine doesn't either. So don't worry about it, brother. That's the only thing
Yeah.
you and I have in common. Oh, and well, yeah.
Oh, pfft.
oh my goodness.
I was
But
gonna say
anyway,
sport.
I have to go too, so I've got things to do
Well,
today.
Thank
I
you,
know.
Speedy. Hey, everyone. I guess we are going to start saying our goodbye. Speedy, again, obviously, Tortuga, thank you for joining us. Everyone, thank you for joining us. We're going to be belaboring the ending. Speedy, have a great day. Hopefully, we see you next week. And
Yeah.
you're not going to see the Super Bowl, but don't
Enjoy
worry,
not watching the Super Bowl.
you can always fast forward the Super Bowl too. So don't worry about it. You can record it and then just watch the good parts. No?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like when the Chiefs win and hold up the trophy again.
There, no. When the Niners,
Whoa! Oh, hello. Oh, hello.
Which one is that? Is that Roofy or is that Wheezy?
What the hell's that?
No, that's
Or is it a burrito?
I think she was trying to make a call and she realized she was live.
Oh, wait a minute.
Hi, Gridiron Girl.
You still have those 1-900 numbers?
We'll see you, buddy.
All right, guys. Later. Take care. Be safe.
bye.
Super
guys.
Bowl.
Out of here.
Super Bowl. Make sure you're sober when you leave.
Okay,
Or get
yeah.
driver.
Peace and long life.
Bye.
It's all good. So
Bye.
I guess we're starting to lose everyone, but Speedy, it's not only his headset. Dude, was he really plugged into the monitor? That I can't make that shit up. Oh my god.
You're
You're still alive.
He's still
You're
live.
listening. He's listening to you.
I'm sure, but I can't. All I said was I can't make that shit up. He was plugged into the monitor.
But that might help him now next time around. It won't be as bad.
Young lady, you
I
have
think
a
it'll
year
help
with
the wiring.
woman. Yeah, very
Yeah.
good. Woman, you've been with
I
us
can't-
for a